all that shit to Anthony Smith. He said, I'm gonna go ahead and push your teeth in.
All right, looks like we're about to be live, boys.
Gang.
We're already recording too, and I'm already.
We are recorded.
Rick
Good morning, good morning, good
beautiful
morning.
scenery.
Episode 72. This is the 10 Cents Podcast Show, Luda with the crew, because this is how we do when we do what we do. Let's get it going, guys. We're going to start off with today's topics, NBA, the only actual topic we have on there. But ESPN came out that Michael Jordan has an all-time starting five. And let me go ahead and name them off to you. Michael Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, James Worthy, Hakeem Olajuwon. On paper, to me, it seems perfect, but thoughts, guys? What do you guys think?
If you want me to, I could share it too on the screen.
I think I might trade Scotty for LeBron.
Agreed.
And then
I thought about that. I thought about that, but I think for Jordan's team and the way they're constructed, they wouldn't necessarily need LeBron, as crazy as it sounds.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, for sure. They probably wouldn't.
And then just let Scotty lock up. But I did think about LeBron at that spot as well.
LeBron taking out Scotty?
What about putting KD there?
I think, well, his defense is still all right, and he's super long, so it's not like you can shoot over him.
Yeah.
Any one of those guys would be, probably work.
So it sounds like Scotty's the weak link on his team, and everybody.
Nah, I would move Worthy too.
Why wouldn't you guys consider Will Chamberlain?
Worthy is easily one of the most versatile and underrated people of all time. So that's not the weak link.
I would still move him.
No, for who?
KG's better than him. Tim Duncan's the greatest of all time. Karl Malone's better than him. Probably Giannis is probably better than him.
And Tim Duncan can't run the floor like James Worthy.
No.
With Magic as the trigger man.
Yeah.
No.
I might go with the mailman. He can run it. He used to run it with Stockton.
You guys are really comparing Worthy to like
scorer.
2-3-time MVP players of the Worthy has like none.
No, but I think it goes back to the why.
Magic and Kareem on his team, bro. Anyways, I
think it goes back to LeBron, like LeBron versus Scotty, as far as like I think it just fit. Is it fit? Worthy fits better with that group of players versus a young Tim.
Fits better than Giannis, who also runs the floor.
Yeah, but then you're gonna take the ball out of Magic's hands to.
No, I said who runs the floor. Like
no. I understand it. So you're gonna trade James Worthy, who does that, versus you're gonna put a better player in Giannis just so he can run the floor and be longer than him. That's because that's all you're gonna do. That's all you're substituting is a longer guy,
a better defender, and a better rebounder.
Well, let me ask you. Ask you guys this: do you think the team that's listed here is unbeatable?
No,
team is unbeatable.
That's debatable. But the team he put together is not beatable. If we're sitting here trying to substitute players out, it's definitely not unbeatable.
I think with Magic at the point, kind of like what Ramon was saying, maybe a little bit to that, with Magic at the point, Worthy might be the best one because it's Magic and they know each other so well, but I'd probably still go the mailman.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of basketball you want to play. If for your point, Renee, if you want to put Tim Duncan in there, you're going to play a half court set. But if you want to get out and run, I agree with you.
What they played back then.
No, I know.
Is half court.
Wait. They played back when?
In Jordan's time. Most basketball players played half court set. Nowadays it's run and gun, not back then.
All right. Well, I'll give you that. If you go back to the 80s, though, the Lakers, they'd run. They were
the only Showtime team. Yes, I give you that. But the rest of them, they all played half court. Olajuwon, you got Olajuwon in there. He's half court. That's what he did. That's how he killed him.
Okay. Well, how about I'll agree with you on this. I would change out James Worthy with Giannis myself. That's the only thing I'm going to agree with you on.
That's right. I'm just saying. There's other people I think over Worthy too. I think Worthy and Pippen could be the weakest links on that team.
But can all you agree that the majority of the people on this list should be on that list?
No.
Magic,
yes. Jordan, yes. I don't know if I agree with the other three.
Who's the center? Hakeem?
Yeah.
Hakeem.
Yeah,
he's a top fiver.
You put a young
job using your hands.
Can't bash the guy, but
No, yeah, I'm not bashing. I'm just
You put a 2000 Shaq on that team.
Where's
I think
my ref?
2000 Shaq was
The ref?
better than any Hakeem Olajuwon.
I think he would have bullied Akeem.
He would have.
I don't know if I would say he's better, but he definitely would bully him, and that would make him win.
wear him down probably by all that
Yeah.
bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I don't think that's the greatest team formed ever. How about that? There's other great players out there that could be formed.
And we could keep going on with this conversation for days, but we're going to move it on to the next episode. NFL, week 1 thoughts and overreactions. Let's start off with the Eagles. Are they the real deal of the NFC East? What do you guys think?
I mean,
After week
one,
Mom, you.
after week one, we have to say yes, right? They're the only ones that won.
Oh, come on now.
Well, we just have the Washington that just finished winning. Recently.
No, but I said after week one.
Right after week
They
one,
were
they were the only ones
that got a victory in their.
But does that mean that they're the real deal, though? I mean,
of the NFC East, possibly.
The NFC East, yeah, we're not really jumping out on a limb right now.
Yeah, well, that's what the question is. So.
Well, I
no,
mean,
no, for sure. So yeah,
you-
I mean, like
I'll tell you right now.
after week one,
After today, when we smack them,
you have to consider that Dallas almost beat Tampa Bay that Thursday night before.
Tampa Bay's not in the NFC East.
No, but Dallas
no, but he's
is.
saying how they played.
Yeah, Dallas looked good out there. It just happened to be like a weak ass fucking. It was just it was a back and forth. So they
Yeah,
look good.
defense.
Doesn't mean
I
That's still
think-
bad.
I think the
Also,
Eagles are
though-
there. I think the worst team in that division is the Giants, and I think there's a lot of parity in the NFC East. The Eagles are there, but I think that Dallas is still the class of the NFC East because of the weapons.
Even though they're hurt on defense now, with the Marcus Lawrence going down.
Right, but they still then they just get in shootouts.
I think they got the best
Yeah,
offense
no, you're
for sure.
right.
Yeah.
They do have the best offense on paper for sure.
Washington supposedly has the best defense, but they just gave up 30 points or
I'm
whatever,
about to
29
drop
points.
Washington.
I mean,
To
who
the
the
Giants.
Eagles beat to win? Atlanta, right?
Uh-huh.
And do you remember the score?
31,
30,
10 or
30,
something.
32-6.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh shit! Okay, so they dominated the majority of the game. So
But
you
that's
got
but that's not. I don't know how good of a barometer that is. Today's going to be a good barometer, but here's the thing:
Yeah.
San Francisco's defense isn't what I thought they were going to be unless they just they let Detroit come all the way back. So and they were up big, let Detroit come all the way back. I don't know if that was just a laugh, like they didn't
in
care.
a short amount of time. Yeah.
Right.
They let
So
them come back in a short
we're going to
amount of
see
time.
today. Today will tell us a lot about the Eagles and the Niners. In my
and
opinion.
they are playing at Eagles, by the way. So
Yeah.
So here
They
goes
about
my
to
thing.
get Mike on.
Let's go, Jalen Hurts.
Yes, sir.
Rick
About
Rob,
to
you had
hurt
something
that
to say?
ass. Rick, you got
I'm
money
sorry.
on it or what?
My son almost scored it. I'm sorry. Look, I got really going back on mute.
Oh.
The 49ers have a problem. Okay. They don't know who their quarterback is. They're still running a 2-quarterback system. That
I
they
told you our
that reads
quarterback
hell on
is.
their. Nope, you don't know, and neither does he.
What do you mean we don't
there's a
know?
whole
He
bunch
played almost every
Let him
snap.
finish talking.
Thank
Made
you.
up. Made up.
Thank you.
Thank
See?
you, Eddie.
You're
My
welcome.
enforcer.
Big brother over here.
We got a new
Made up
sergeant
news.
at arms
Made up
on the
news.
10 Cents
It's
podcast.
made up news right now.
The point is that you guys lack continuity. Y'all showed it last week against Detroit. Y'all like the hunger to actually finish a game. Y'all pulled that off by, luck basically. If Jared Goff wasn't who he is, y'all would have lost that game. If they would have had Matt Stafford, y'all would have been talking about y'all got an L this week. So you're going to get an L. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be 34-31, but you guys are going to take an L. And then we'll be talking for real about how, you guys really don't have quarterbacks. A quarterback. You don't have continuity there. And what's your coach's name again?
Shanahan.
Yeah, Shanahan needs to get a grip on everybody, man, because you guys are immensely talented, but you guys haven't been able to put it together for
We have
years.
no
And this year is
continuity,
going to
but
be
we
no
put
different.
up 31 points.
You put up 31 points. You don't have to be.
Bro.
You don't have to have continuity.
Bro.
Put up 31 against the Detroit Lions.
Okay,
Yeah.
you don't have to have
Come
continuity.
on,
Put
man.
31 up against Atlanta Falcons, who are a shit team.
All right.
So
Well,
you're gonna.
hey,
So hold on. So you're gonna tell. Hold on. So you're gonna tell me the way you guys played looked like how we played?
No, I'm just saying you don't have continuity to do that, right? You just said that against the Lions, you don't have to have
No,
continuity
but
to do that.
but then you can extend
Second
on
of
that a little
all-
bit and then watch your
Rick,
guys.
we got money on this game?
Whatever you want. 34-31. Let's run it.
No, you don't have to keep the score because then you might lose.
Hold on.
No, he said
It's-
say
do
less.
we have to put odds out? Are we putting odds out? How's this going to
Or
work?
is it an even game?
Money line.
Got
Look,
it.
talk English to me, and I'm in.
How much you want to bet?
Look, you can either
I already
take
got
this
100
off,
on it
take
with-
the-
I don't know what any of
Ramon.
that means either,
You,
Rick.
you
I'm
can
like,
either
is
take
that
this
a
off
yes
the
or is that a
podcast or
no?
make the bet now. You can
I
either
already
take
got 100 on it with Ramon, so let me know.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm not putting 100 on it. I got things to do. I got a kid who's playing soccer. I mean, $100 comes out of my pocket all the time.
That's
Look,
snack
bro, I
day.
got
Listen,
look. I'm pretty sure I still got $4.11 in my Venmo account. I'm putting it up. That's
Alright.
fine.
$4.11 it is.
and, and,
$4.11.
yeah, and pride. All right,
Let's
let's
go.
move, let's
What's
move
the
on to the next
411?
topic. Let's move on
Send
to
me
the
that
next
my
topic.
Venmo.
MVP race: Matt Stafford, Jameis Winston, Patrick Mahomes. Is that a reality right now, or should we even consider that? What do you guys
No.
think?
No,
Get rid
leave
of
Patrick
Winston.
in there.
Get rid of Winston.
Overreaction.
Brady
Take
in there.
Stafford out for now. We can let's revisit that, but I'd take him out for now. He had a great
Yeah.
game, but
Who,
that's
Stafford?
one game. Yeah.
Stafford? Yeah,
Yeah.
take him out for now.
Yeah,
Mahomes
Brady
for
in
sure.
there.
he-
Mahomes is in. Stafford out for now. Winston, don't even put him back in.
right. But I would say either one of these. I mean, yeah, Mahomes because he's been consistently great pretty much every season, but you don't want to just give him who he was an MVP last year.
No, we're not giving it to him, but his body of work says he's always going to, for now, is going to be in that top 5 conversation until proven
Yeah.
otherwise.
Yeah. I'm talking who's going to be in the race, Luda. Not
Yeah.
who's
And
Right.
Tom Brady and maybe Aaron Rodgers should still be up there. We'll see what he does this week.
Aaron needs to cut his hair or something. He
After
looked like
week one,
Yeah,
probably
Darren Rodgers.
should be in there.
You
right
know
now.
what? And moving on from this topic to the next with Aaron Rodgers, is he tanking?
Smooth transition.
What do you
Smooth
guys think?
transition.
I know, right?
What do you
better
guys
at
think?
that.
I don't
so.
see Aaron Rodgers tanking. I don't know what happened. He looked scared. That wasn't Aaron Rodgers that I've never seen before.
You know what?
Yeah,
let
nah,
me
he
before you
didn't
guys
look-
start
he
off.
looked- he
Before you guys
looked
start off,
uninterested.
me and my buddy we were out to breakfast this morning, and I was having my
My buddy
chocolate chip pancakes.
Oh,
And-
hell yeah.
Child.
We were talking about this situation
Bananas?
with Aaron Rodgers, and he told me, look, he's just being
Platanos?
he's just acting childish. He's being stubborn. He wants to get traded. He doesn't want to be there, and
Nothing, no pretense.
he's just showing. He's pretty much throwing the tantrum, is what he said. Do you guys agree?
Can I say I never want to hear you say my buddy and I were eating chocolate chip pancakes together this morning, ever again. Just omit all of that, okay? Just
I
omit
don't
all
always
of
go to
that.
breakfast.
man
but
eat
when
what
I
he wanna
do,
eat,
me and
man.
my buddy go.
Like Lady and the Tramp, they were feeding each other
Oh
Yeah.
man, anyway.
two straws,
Luda, I
two straws in a
don't
milkshake.
I don't think he's tanking. Like what does it serve him to tank? He's leaving anyway, so why would he tank? It doesn't serve his purpose, in
Exactly.
my opinion.
I mean, he
I was
always.
thinking
I
about
listen.
this. Go ahead, Ramon.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was thinking about this a couple days ago on my way to work. The
Coming
tanking
to work.
topic came up when I was listening to a show on the radio, and I started thinking, would Aaron Rodgers be the type of guy to tank? I don't think he would, but subconsciously, if he's really not that happy and not into it, I don't think he would be tanking on purpose. I think in some weird way, he may not even be able to help it. If he's just not happy, you're just not going to play good. Just like when you're at work. If you're not happy about it, you're not going to perform well, whether you want to or not. So if he's at whatever you want, angry about it or just unhappy, he may be trying, and it still may not come out good for him until he leaves. So
And that's a great point, P. I mean, like think about it, like any relationship that you've ever been in where you're unhappy, right? Like immediately, you could try, quote unquote, try, right? But it ain't the same as when your morale was high. And Aaron,
Right.
to me, he didn't necessarily look scared. He just looked uninterested. Like he looked like, yo, this sucks. I know it, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's whatever. You know,
Yeah.
I feel like he just had a bad game. Worst game of his life.
Yeah.
probably.
could have been that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
could have been that too.
And just
bad game
I
is
think
one thing,
everyone's
but
jumping to
look at that.
conclusions,
Y'all
just like they were
did
a
y'all
few
peep
years
his
back
body
when he had to
language,
tell them
though?
to relax.
Yeah, we
And
said,
then
yeah.
they made the playoff run.
Rick was just pointing
Right.
out. Go ahead, Rick.
Body language is everything, fam. I mean, in his body language, look, we've seen Aaron Rodgers lose before, right? We've seen him have bad games before. His body language has been way different than what it looked like on Sunday, bro. I mean, and you know what, in all honesty, like we'll get a chance to see this week or today, you know what I'm saying? Kind of
Monday,
if it's
yeah.
different. Was it Monday? I'm sorry.
Actually, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have a list of games in front of me, so I'm really not on. But we'll see it this weekend, right? And maybe he'll shut all this down. But for me, Aaron Rodgers just looked completely uninterested. And yeah, to Ed's point, he looked like the disgruntled employee that's just like, yo, I'm here, so I don't get fined, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
I got one more thing, and I don't want to take us on a sidetrack. I don't want to sidetrack us too much, but I just want to think about it really quick. If we unpack that, if he's unhappy and if he's playing like that on purpose, what's that going to do? That's going to facilitate a quick hook for Aaron Rodgers, right? Like I forget the coach's name, but if you're the coach and if he feels the way that you guys feel about it, he's going to get a quick hook. So what does that do to his legacy? I think he really is concerned about his legacy. And from a talent perspective, he's way too talented to play the way he played. And for me to think that it was anything other than he just was off that day. I don't think it's anything other than that.
So you don't think he did it on purpose?
I don't think it's going to happen again.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, to Jamal's point, he gains absolutely anything or nothing, excuse me, from playing as bad as he did on purpose, except for maybe like Green Bay can't get as much for him, I guess. If after the season, if he played like a shitty season, but
Right.
yeah,
No.
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do this for 17 games now. Nah, I don't think so.
No.
Well, I'll
and
tell you,
some-
Aaron definitely looked like he took the summer off for sure. You know, he also looked like he took the summer off, and he did everything and anything but, you know. So
What, throw a
I
football?
mean,
Learned how to steal catalytic converters. Is that what it was?
Right.
yeah, he was doing all sorts of stuff.
It's
Yeah,
like that
definitely wasn't throwing no
commercial, the State Farm commercial where he's the guitarist. He looked like that guy playing quarterback.
That's true. That's true.
100%.
And moving on from that, with Aaron Rodgers, he is a great quarterback. I would not find it in his best interest to kind of tank on a football game. I think he
Real
looked
quick,
better.
Luda.
Yeah,
Real
go ahead.
quick. This might be his get right game against Detroit because they
Well,
suck. Even though
They said-
they
Mhm.
made a valiant effort to come back against the Niners, they really are not that good. So
They are
this
in the
probably should be his
they are in the same
fix it
division,
game.
sir.
So,
So
we'll see.
they do play tough
Hey,
against each
hey,
other.
hold on. They're playing Detroit.
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is about to ball out. He's getting ready to show San Francisco,
Yeah.
who really should be in that.
That's
He's about to
stupid.
ball out.
And moving
Telling you what.
and
Hey,
speaking
no,
about
they had this.
Still in San Francisco that
Sorry,
he's
not
0-1.
to
ahead.
kill your transition. It was about to be hot, but every time he's had a career, it was about to be a career low game he's had. He's always
Yeah.
played Detroit next, and he's averaged like 370 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Dang.
Well,
That's
So-
nice. That's a nice
Detroit,
pull right
that-
there, Ramon.
Yeah, that is very
Yeah.
good.
thank
Yeah.
you, Ramon, with your picture.
Detroit
So
got
we're
that
gonna-
snapback.
Dude, I'm gonna call him the Schwab now, Papa Schwab. That's what we're gonna call him.
Stop
Schefter
swabbing
couldn't
it.
even come up with that
Hold on.
Not
Does
on
he
the
have a
fly
shirt
like
on?
that.
Okay, he does. Yeah, we can accept that.
on the fly. You think he made it up? He might have made that up, but it
I-
sounded
no,
good.
I think he
Aaron
did
Rodgers
some
on my
research.
fantasy
Got
league.
him
I
on
think he did some
ESPN, that's for sure.
I think he did some research.
Oh yeah. No,
He's
it
got
was actually
ESPN
on
Plus.
the
He paid for the subscription.
No, he stole the subscription. He
So,
stole the
okay,
subscription.
one way or
He
another.
bootleg Brian's. He
Yeah.
bootleg Brian.
Well, speaking
Nah,
about
Brian didn't
bootlegging,
add me back on.
speaking about bootlegging, we're moving on to Thursday night's game. What you guys think about Giants and Washington? At
Scary
Washington.
Terry, baby. Scary Terry, baby.
I'm so
I
mad.
took the Giants.
I really wish I could have gotten the eliminator challenge because I definitely had Washington win it. I'm so stupid.
Well, you were
but-
look. The Giants snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. That's what they are. Defeat from the jaws of victory. That's what they did.
Yeah.
You know, the
It's funny,
Giants
I think,
are who we thought they are.
Daniel Jones is actually undefeated.
But I told you,
or-
Daniel Jones is a better runner than he is a passer. That dude's got wheels.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
no.
Yeah, Washington
Daniel
looked
Jones.
good.
Daniel Jones got to get out. Daniel Jones got to get out. Who is it? Joe Judge. Judge
Of the
Joe
league?
Brown? No, who? Of the league.
Yeah,
He's
Joe
gotta be a
Judge is the
backup.
coach of the Giants.
He's got to be a backup first and foremost. Yeah, your boy Daniel Jones is not. He's not the guy. I don't understand why New York thought that he would be the guy. He's not the guy. And then Joe Judge is a horrible coach. He can't get it done.
But
He can't get it.
Saquon
He's an
too.
assistant.
Saquon, he doesn't look right, and he looks scared. He looks like he doesn't want to really plan on that knee.
Might be
And
just
well,
trying
he
to
saw that
ease
flash.
his
He
way
said
back.
that. Yeah, he said
Gotta
that.
ease his way back, man. He's been hurt 2 seasons straight now.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the one was an
Let him build some
ACL.
confidence.
See if he turns out like what's his name? That the basketball. Why did I forget his name? MVP, Chicago Bulls, short.
Derrick
Derrick
Rose.
Rose.
Derrick
Derrick Rose.
Rose. Yeah.
That's
Oh, we should have a
Mental.
game called Guess the Player, and then we do. That was awesome. We kind of throw some things out so you can guess them. That's a new segment, Ed. I like that.
Hey,
It is,
thanks.
New
I was
segment.
working
We,
on that.
hold on. I'm
We'll
confused. Are we on the
call it
podcast
GP.
planning committee or are we in the actual
Been
podcast?
working
Hey,
on
sometimes the best plans come. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Always.
So organic.
Yep. Well, moving on from
You-
Thursday night's game, week 2 predictions, gentlemen. Like, what? Any thoughts of any games that you have? Let me read down the games that are currently going on today. We have the
Yeah, right on.
Raiders and Steelers today at 10 o'clock.
Raiders are winning.
Steelers.
They're playing at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I got
Raiders
Steelers.
are winning. Raiders are
Ra-
winning.
Everybody's got Raiders.
I got
Steelers.
Steelers. I got
Steelers.
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 I
The Raiders should have
Yeah, we
lost
gotta-
last week.
Yeah, they should
We
have
need
lost last week.
receipts.
They should have lost last week, and they
definitely
barely pulled
Steelers.
it off. Steelers, I see them winning at home. I don't see them losing to the Raiders. Next, we have
Okay.
49ers Eagles at the
on,
Philadelphia.
son.
Yeah,
Come
Eagles
Come
are
on,
winning.
son.
Is it
Come
gonna
on,
be
Zach.
fly
Eagles.
Eagles fly or
Fly,
Yeah.
Eagles, fly.
or die
Yeah,
Eagles?
come on,
die?
Fly,
Zach.
Niners,
Going with the
fly.
Niners
Fly,
today,
Eagles,
but I need
fly.
Jalen Hurts to hurt people. I need
Fly,
Jalen
Niners,
Hurts
Full
to
bar
fly.
on
touch.
them.
Hey,
Full bar
hey.
on them.
Okay,
Jamar,
so
Jamal, you know
Full
if Jalen goes off, you know we're winning that game.
I think this is a shootout too.
They
I
said
think
enough.
I in my opinion, I think this is Jalen's time to prove himself. If he could beat the 49ers, I say Eagles are the real deal.
I think
Blake,
it
snap
could be
back.
a shootout. I think the Niners defense will put up more of a fight than the Eagles defense, but
Hmm.
I don't think they were what they were 2 years ago in the Super Bowl either. So
They don't
I
look
think
like it.
I think Jalen could find some success.
All right.
You ever
Let's
seen
love
the
the
Eagles
analysis.
leg get snapped?
what?
You ever seen the Eagles leg get snapped?
No, you can't. That's a felony.
The Eagles
the
wing,
Eagles,
you should have said
the
a
Eagles are
wing.
national birds.
should've
That's a
said-
felony.
yeah,
I'm telling you his
hey,
leg because
hey.
he run a lot.
No,
Wow.
you should have. Yeah,
See
you
there.
you had that set up for you. You had
Yeah,
it
you
set up.
said
You
wing.
should've said wing.
Do
You
they-
should have said wing.
Hurts don't fly like that.
That's
When
funny.
he
runs.
It looks like no. It
Hurts
looks
don't
like
fly
he does
like
when he's
that.
flying. It looks like he does when he's running on the field.
No, it don't.
All right,
Gracefully.
all right. I need to stop you guys. Next game is Texans and Browns
Nice, Luda. Nice.
at Cleveland.
Everybody's
I
gonna
think
say
it's Cleveland.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
wouldn't be
Cleveland.
surprised. I
That's
don't
an
know. I
easy
wouldn't
one.
be
That's
surprised.
unanimous.
I wouldn't be surprised if Texans won. Just to be honest with
I'm
you.
gonna say
You-
Cleveland. Just
You
'cause-
got
He's
that
tripping right
faith in Tyrod Taylor against those two DNs for Cleveland?
No, one DN.
What?
Because what's his name? I don't even know his name. That's how bad he
Mick,
is.
are you saying the
Clowney?
Texans?
No, I'm saying
yeah,
the Browns.
Clowney's
You saying Browns?
Clowney's not the end. Like Clowney's not that good.
I
really
agree
not.
with you, but you still have to account for him.
Yeah, in the
Which
running
means
game.
no. Which means Myles Garrett gets single coverage all day, and he's going to do a Chandler Jones, I think.
I'll never get single coverage.
Yeah, I think they'll leave Clowney alone before they leave him alone. But
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't
The
know. I
Browns
just wouldn't
are
be surprised.
I'll be surprised if they lose to the fucking Texans.
I think Mayfield goes off.
Mayfield.
I'm just saying
Okay.
because
He better go off
Texans.
Texans
he
don't really
better
have
go off.
nothing.
Yeah, they lost the first game. So
Hey, remember
Browns.
we talked about
Yeah, but they
most
also played a
improved?
better team. They played the Chiefs.
Yeah,
And they
much
should have
better
won
team.
that game.
yeah, they had that game.
yeah, but
It's a much
well,
better team than the Texans.
that's
Hey,
what-
I'm rooting for Mayfield. I'm hoping the kid does well. So let's
Hey,
hope.
somebody
I
picked
mean,
Mayfield
if the
as
Browns
the most
lose it,
improved player,
I'll
right?
just be
I
I'll
hope
just
so.
become a laughing stock.
Yeah,
again.
and you're right. They did play a better team, and they should have won that game. But moving
Yeah,
on
but
to
I'm
the
just
next
saying, if the
game.
Browns lose this week, they're going to become a laughing stock again. Like, oh, there you go, look good on
Yeah.
paper. Can't
No,
Oh,
and I
good
want,
move,
Browns.
I want to see the Browns do well. I want to see those dog pounds area come out where they have those faces with the bones and shit. That shit
It'll
was tight.
legitimize Baker Mayfield's commercials because right now those are jokes to me.
Yeah, for
I don't know
sure.
how he got so many.
Thank you, Mick. He's got a contract and it looks good.
Baker definitely needs to win this game. He can't keep losing pivotal games.
Well, let's see how he does, gentlemen. Next game, we got the Broncos and Jaguars at Jacksonville.
Yeah, killing us
What do you guys
again.
think?
Broncos.
I got Broncos.
Broncos.
Teddy,
Broncos.
I got Teddy.
Broncos.
Really?
Hey,
Okay.
hey, you know what? I'm calling this right now. Broncos are one of the sleeper teams out the AFC. Broncos might do what the Bills did last year.
Oh,
Really?
and the AFC
I don't-
West
I
is tough, man.
Wow.
No, I'm just. I
No,
know. I
hear
get it.
hear him. I hear him.
I get it.
Their
But,
defense their defense is legit.
Well, the
Bro, when I
AFC
watch the
West
game,
was the
I
only other
completely-
teams that were all undefeated too.
Their
Yeah,
defense
but
is good,
I
but
Their
completely
defense
forgot
is-
about
their
Von
defense
Miller
is
because
good.
Von Miller was out all last year.
yeah.
Von Miller comes back. The year before last, Von Miller was what? Wasn't he up for MVP, defensive MVP or whatever?
He's up there. He's Von Miller.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah.
one quarterback away from being a serious threat.
Quarterback
I think-
or corner?
I think.
Quarterback.
Quarterback.
No, I think.
And
Teddy-
imagine
Teddy is
Aaron
nice.
Rodgers with them.
I
Maybe
think
not-
I think
here
Jamal's
we
right
go.
though. I think with KC and the Chargers and the Raiders are, they seem to be getting a little better every year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really see Denver making that much of a big splash.
They're not going to be the Buffalo.
Their defense
Bills
isn't,
last year,
you
I can
know,
tell you that.
Their defense is
You
good, but their
never
defense isn't
know.
The Bills went all the
the
way to the AFC Championship.
Renee,
0-2
you never
Ravens
know,
or
sir.
something like that. You know, they ain't
No.
that
You
good.
want to put money on it, Luda?
That what?
Oh,
That
side
they're not going to be
conversation.
the Buffalo Bills of next year or of last year?
What if by them making it to the playoffs?
No,
it's
by the
equivalent.
AFC Championship. That's where the Buffalo Bills went.
What? So you're saying the Broncos are going to the AFC Championship?
No, Rick said they're the Buffalo
Oh.
Bills of last year. I
Okay.
said no, they're
Right.
not.
Okay,
They're not
I don't
getting
think
to
so either.
They're
Okay.
not getting to the AFC Championship.
And all I said was, Renee, let's not get a little hasty. But he wants
No,
to
you
put,
said
this motherfucker wants to
no,
put
that's
money
not
on
what you
this
said.
thing.
You said
Michael
you
want a
don't
better
know
house?
Renee.
You want a better
It's
house?
possible for the Broncos
You
to
want a
get
better
there.
house?
And no, it's not.
Nobody wants to Michael.
It's possible for any team to get there. Renee.
Yeah.
Okay, let's not start an argument on this game. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so next game is, forgive me, you guys.
And now a word from our sponsors. Have you or a family member ever taken?
Do you have that burning sensation down yonder?
Okay, next game, Saints Panthers at Carolina.
Folgers coffee sure is good.
Who in Carolina?
Saints
Saints.
in
The Saints.
Carolina.
Hey,
We're gonna see what
So
Jameis is today. Look, if Jameis can, okay, think about
I'm gonna go
Jameis'
with
stats
Jameis.
last
I'm gonna
week,
ride
real quick.
Jameis.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
know,
ride
but
Jameis.
he
Sounds
dude,
gross.
he threw 5 touchdowns, but he had 148 yards,
Yeah.
and he only had 20 attempts. So,
Okay.
Right.
so that's, I mean, there's some luck there. If he comes this week, he puts up, he has 30 attempts, 250 plus yards, 2 or 3 touchdowns. I will say Jameis is legit going forward. So this will be
I'm gonna
the
say
the
Jameis
test.
is taking Drew Brees' advice and said you don't always gotta be Superman. Sometimes you just gotta play Clark Kent until Superman's needed.
Yeah.
That's what he did last
I'm
week.
pretty sure it was
force
a Batman
anything.
reference.
What was that?
Pretty sure it was a Batman. I think it was
No,
a
I'm
Batman
pretty sure it's a
reference.
Superman reference.
He said Batman. He said Batman.
He did
But
not say
that-
Bruce Wayne, bro. He said
We
But
Clark
that
Kent.
rings
Okay, man.
that
can
rings
argue
hollow
this
coming from Drew
right now.
Brees because he had to be Superman or Batman 80% of the time for the
Right.
Saints to
I
win.
think he's
No,
trying
but
to tell
but-
Jameis he's Robin. He's not Batman.
No, he
That's
told me
probably
he gotta be
closer.
the superhero all the time.
I think what he's trying to tell Jameis is play within yourself. You don't have to do too much because I think Jameis. I mean, y'all. Once again, we've had this conversation several times about Jameis. Jameis threw for 5,000 yards and had a ridiculous amount of touchdowns, but he had a ridiculous amount of interceptions
Okay.
because he was doing way too much, right? So at the end of the day, he said, "Yo, we know that you're the guy that can get these yards, that can get these touchdowns, and do that type of stuff. But just stay within yourself so you can shore up those interceptions." And that's what he did last week. Last week he was short, efficient, and then when he needed to go long, he threw that thing and it was easy. You know what I mean? He made it look very easy. And as far as
Yeah,
I'm
he did.
concerned, if he has under 200 yards, but he got 5 touches and no interceptions, I mean, how can you ask for anything? I mean, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? He got to throw for 300 something.
Yeah, it
You're
doesn't,
fine-
it
you're
doesn't matter
fine
how it
with-
looks, kind
you're
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine
Yeah.
with
I
that.
have
So everybody has the
But-
New
but-
Orleans winning.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. This is a
100%.
division game.
Okay.
I wouldn't say.
Nah.
I wouldn't say Jameis looking good against the Panthers. To Jamal's point, he was like, "Well, we'll see this week against the Panthers."
Right.
It's the Panthers, though. You know what I mean? I don't think
Then
the
I'm
defense
confused.
is world
I'm confused
beaters.
because when he threw 3 interceptions, four
Uh-huh.
touchdowns, 3 interceptions against the Panthers, y'all were killing them.
When who
And that
who
was the
did
team
this?
that had Luke Kuechly when Jameis Winston, because Jameis Winston was with Tampa Bay when he did that. So once again, he was in that division.
No, hold
Okay,
on. 'Cause
we're
I'm coming-
not-
no,
we're
no,
not-
no, no,
we're
'cause
not
I'm
going
coming to
in
your
the
defense,
past.
my good
We're
brother.
not
Hold
going
on,
in the
hold on. I'm
past.
coming to your defense.
No, but I'm just
Because
saying, how are
everybody-
y'all having it?
No, because
can't have it both
everybody.
ways.
Well, you can because they talked about that when quarterbacks play in Bruce Arians' system for that first year, they always throw a gang of turnovers and a gang of picks. So I don't think we saw the true
Oh.
Jameis when he first got with Bruce Arians, because the
Oh.
only person who didn't play
Was he
bad
only
with
Bruce
turnovers.
1 year?
So Papa
I'm
John, you
asking.
think
I don't
you
know.
think you're seeing
No.
the,
So
you think you're seeing him now?
with
You think you're seeing the true Jameis now?
Sounds like he's arguing my point for me then.
I think
Yeah, no,
I
no,
think
did say
just
that.
Sean Payton's not letting
Yeah.
him sling it like he's like Bruce Arians.
Right. But I think we
Bruce,
talked about
Bruce
this.
wants you to sling it. He wanted Carson Palmer his first year.
No
Fred
risk it, no
Warner his
biscuit.
First year, exactly. Andrew Luck his first year when he was his offensive coordinator. They all threw a gang of picks and a gang of touchdowns. Sean Payton's a big difference between, like you said, no risk it, no biscuit, and Clark Kent. To Renee's example, Clark Kent and Superman. So
So then it sounds like to me you're saying once again that what I've said all along is Jameis Winston is a very, very good quarterback who was in a system that basically said, "Yo, go out there." And
Jameis
just-
Winston.
Very, very,
Hold on.
very, very
Jameis-
good is ambiguous.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Jameis Winston was a.
How are you? How
was
are
a
you?
game
how are
manager
you not
last
very,
week.
very good and throw 5,000 yards in the league?
Did you hear
I
me?
think
He was a
you-
game manager last week.
Yeah, he was.
No. But can
Rick-
somebody answer that for me?
Rick,
How are
to
you
your
not
point,
very, very
if
good?
you give-
he threw 5,000 yards because he had to
Mhm.
come back because they were losing most of the games because he threw 30 picks.
But-
And he
Like
threw
Dak.
more.
That is
He had
a
more
real-
attempts than any
Like,
other
that is a
quarterback.
real thing of having to
Like Dak
come
last
back
year.
and throw
Y'all,
yards.
y'all do
Yeah.
y'all do understand. So did
Come
Taylor
on.
Hinkie. So did
up the
a
Nick
bunch of other
Mullins stat.
quarterbacks. So did a whole bunch of other quarterbacks that didn't throw for 5,000 yards. What is it? What are you saying? What are you saying?
That's a-
I'm saying
that's
I'm
actually-
saying I
hold
have
on,
to take a
hold on,
wait
hold
and
on,
see
hold on.
approach
That is
with
That
James.
is a very good point because we talked about Deshaun
No, but
Watson
that's fine.
maybe a couple weeks ago, and we talked about how he had 4 wins, but he
did
still led the
have
league.
Chris Godwin and Mike Evans to throw to and OJ Howard?
But Papa
a-
Chong-
that's a good
So
lot of people.
how many
to throw to.
other
Yeah.
how many other reasons can you find to discount Jameis Winston? You know what I'm saying? Like that's
None.
what this feels
I'll
like.
say this.
No.
I'll say this.
I said he's a
guess
game
in-
manager.
Kind of
That's
in
what he
Rick's
did.
defense. I've never been a big Jameis fan, but
Me neither.
I
he
mean, I
played
get it. The
pretty
nigga got
good last year.
top
I know
four
he
coverage.
didn't throw. I mean, last week I know he didn't throw for a ton of yards, but he was also throwing against Jair Alexander, who they're saying is one of the best cornerbacks in the league.
Facts.
The guy
Yep.
on the other side, not as good, but still pretty good. Like the Packers have a pretty decent defense now with a top-notch corner, and Jameis played pretty good as far
Yeah,
as
but
And it
let's
was-
not
and it was
he
forget.
didn't
burning.
throw, a
Yeah.
ton of
Aaron
yards.
Rodgers
but-
also had a bad game, right? So maybe if the game
What
was
is that-
closer, he
Well,
would
that
have
has
thrown
nothing
more.
to do with.
No, I'm
his
saying if the game
defense,
would have been,
but-
it does because if it was closer, he might have had thrown more.
He
Then
would
that's a
have got more
possibility.
yards then. He would have got more yards then.
But there's more opportunity
There's
for him to
more
throw
opportunity
picks.
for
Yeah.
interception too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's but
Wait.
then, so the other side of that, there's also more opportunity for him to stay just as efficient in this system and throw
Possibly.
more touchdowns.
Yeah, possibly. But I think like
So we're saying the same thing. Well, except for Rick, he's saying he's a very, very good
Yeah,
quarterback.
he's
I'm
a-
not
I
ready to
can't-
say he's a very,
I
very
can't
good
go
quarterback.
there.
yet.
Yeah, I can't go all the way there with very, very, very good.
Look.
But he's
His number
immensely
one thing is
talented.
his mental. Yeah, his number one thing is mentally. And I'm going back to what you guys mentioned about Drew Brees. I think Drew Brees and Sean Payton are trying to basically talk to him about how to get his mentals correct. Because that to me is the biggest knock that you guys have on him. You're right. And how could you love a guy that got caught stealing crab freaking legs? You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
care
Like that's
about
just
that. Right.
stupid.
I don't
That's
even
But I'm
care
saying,
about
like,
that.
these-
I don't care
These,
about that.
no, but these
Yeah,
these
me
speak
neither.
to your character. These speak to things. You know what I'm saying? Like these and
Yeah,
what
but
he
people
did,
grow
and
up
they
and
speak to you.
change, man.
It seems
and
like he has
people-
matured.
People still judge.
Not only
though.
that,
Sure.
Marcellus
Sure.
Wiley said, like, when you're in college, he's like, bro, he was probably told that he could have crab legs for free, and that they would
100%.
pay for him, and
Look,
it
we're-
just
we're-
turned
we're
out
not-
that like
We're
probably
not gonna get into
misunderstanding.
a Jameis Winston biography here. We're
Well,
gonna
I
move
just
on
want to
the
know.
next
I
one.
just want to know what
Thank
when
you,
you guys
Lou.
evaluate a quarterback and you guys sit here and you say what's a very, very good quarterback. When you look at Jameis Winston, what is it that he doesn't have?
I
that
want you to
says
throw
that
for
he's not that
400
guy?
yards and
He's
5
not
touchdowns.
great at reading defenses, and you
Yeah,
you
he-
mix up the coverage. That's where he needs to grow, in my opinion. He
He's
has all the
illiterate.
tools. He's 6'5", rocket arm. He was a Heisman winner. I'm not saying he's not talented. We talked about
Right.
talent, right? I'm saying he
Right.
needs to fine tune the things that make good quarterbacks great quarterbacks.
Yeah,
100%.
like Jamal
and
said.
he has that opportunity here.
Like
in New
Jamal
Orleans, for sure.
said.
Yes, he does.
He's
Yes, he has a
illiterate.
perfect opportunity.
He
here
can't
in New
read,
Orleans.
okay?
He's
Yeah.
a really good coach. He
He
does.
can't
So-
read.
So moving on to the
can't
next
read.
game. Can we move on?
Oh,
Rams
Yes, yes,
Colts at Indianapolis. What are we thinking?
you know what
Okay,
I'm
look,
thinking,
I mean,
Luda?
I'm
you
in
know
the
what
house.
I'm
Whose
thinking?
house?
It's
Whose house?
Rams house.
This might be a trap game. This might be a trap
Hey.
game.
Low key. Yeah,
We'll
low
see.
key.
Oh yeah,
Pennsylvania, once in a lifetime. Let's go. Once in a lifetime.
Indianapolis is a tough place to
Went to a
play.
lifetime.
It
Let's
is.
go,
Why?
It
baby.
is.
Why is
It
it?
is.
The crowd's there. The Colts just play. I don't know what it is. The Peyton Manning aura. They
No,
play
just think
better
about
in
Indy,
Indianapolis.
Period.
They're
Just
not
think about
happy
Indy,
right now.
period.
They
They're
don't have a
all
good
sports fun.
team, so there's nothing
They're
for them to
good.
root for, sir.
I
It's
can see
week
this
one.
being a
If you
trap
don't
game for the
chill-
Rams last year with when they had Goof. But
Yeah,
Goof is gone.
Goof.
And now
The
got the
goof is
man.
gone.
The man taking us all the way, Stafford. That'll be
Yeah.
the
Hey. You
difference.
guys, I look. I talked a lot of stuff about the Rams. I'm gonna just keep it a button for a minute. When I looked back at that, because I had to rewatch the tape, I watched that game, and I seen what Stafford and them boys did. I'm a believer, fam. That shit, it looked crazy. Like they looked like they were playing, what's that, touch football? You know what I'm saying?
Did they
Against
play again last week? I'm serious.
The Bears.
The
the Bears.
the Bears. Yeah.
Good
And they-
defense.
I mean,
and we
no
dominated.
offense, but a
And
good
we
defense.
dominated.
No. Good Khalil Mack. Good
and
Khalil
we
Mack.
and we dominated.
Well, Stafford made me a believer when he threw that
Stafford.
65-yard dime on a. That's when I was like, okay. I forgot about
Stafford.
how great his arm talent was, but it's always to
I
me.
forgot about how great his arm was.
I don't watch the Detroit
Well, the
Lions. Who
Niners
watches
fans
that?
wanted him.
Watch
You seen
yourself.
you seen
No,
him
I
go to
heard-
Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, that was 100
Yeah, but
years
how
ago.
long ago was that? Yeah,
that was not
exactly.
100 years
Not even
ago.
10
Come
years
on,
ago.
dude. Yeah.
No, but I forgot. Honestly, to Jamal's point, I forgot Stafford was healthy all year. I assumed he was hurt
That's
because
another
of
thing.
how
Same.
How many times he's
uneventful
been
his
hurt?
team was. No, how uneventful his season was last year. I just assumed
And-
Bro was
and-
hurt.
And that ain't on him. That isn't all
Well,
on
his
him.
team
You know what I mean?
sucks. Like
Yeah, no,
not even
to
Kenny
who-
Galladay was available last year. He was hurt all season.
No, you can blame whoever you want, and I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you, but just to Jamal's point, like it's almost like he took a year off, and it's just like, oh shit, you do that based on
question is,
history,
when,
but
when are the Lions actually going to?
I think part of it is he has a better line now. He has a better line who'll protect him, and he finally has a quarterback-friendly coach, which he's never really had,
And
Right.
multiple weapons.
and multiple
Yeah,
weapons.
And they said-
weapons for
they said-
sure.
A
They
decent
said
running
that stuff
game.
that we saw last week isn't even the beginning of their playbook.
There's
Right.
been a lot of good quarterbacks that have
Yeah,
just
yeah.
gone
Fair
down the tubes because they don't have the right coach. They have a
They got-
defensive-minded
they got a
coach
lot
or
more to
this or
say.
that.
They got a lot more
Right.
to say. So moving
How
on to
how
yeah.
do the Lions make that mistake every time when picking
What?
a coach? I don't understand how you're just in the dumpster all the time.
Well, how do they run off their best players?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like I don't.
Yeah, that's a thing.
they got rid of Fox to
Starts
the
with the
Rams.
management, the
Remember?
owners.
Remember that shit? They got
Well,
rid
it's
of
the
Fox to
Fords.
Rams?
You got to talk to, well, it's the Fords.
Well,
Forbes?
oh,
Ford, Ford.
all right, next
the
game.
Forbes.
Next game, gentlemen. Bills at the Miami Dolphins.
This is gonna be a good game. This should be
Yeah.
a good game.
It
Is Miami
It
for
is.
real? Is Miami for real? What do you guys think?
Buffalo gonna go 0-2?
I don't know if Tua is ready to make that to like this is not a must win game, but being up
It is.
being up 2-0 for Miami versus 0-2 for your biggest competition to win the division, the Buffalo. Like this is like I don't say it's a must win, but you put yourself in a real good position to win the
I think it's a
division.
must win for Buffalo to not
Yeah,
be up.
for sure.
Yeah.
It
From
is-
a
For
playoff
both sides of
perspective,
that
and you can
point,
play the
though,
numbers.
Yeah, both sides. I feel like both sides, and I don't know yet. Obviously, if Tua is ready to.
Right. No, I agree with you. But they
To
got
take that
one
jump.
win, right? So if Buffalo, they can't afford to go 0-2, I don't think. in that
No,
league.
no, for sure. But I'm arguing both sides. I'm arguing both
You're,
sides.
you're confusing us. So can you please
Yeah,
not argue both
exactly.
sides?
Yeah.
Can
So
you
what
pick
I'm
a
saying,
side?
okay, can I pick a side?
Yeah,
pick a
Josh
side.
Allen
Say,
pulls
like,
it off.
Who do you see? Who do you see winning the game? Is what we're talking about, Papa Chung. We're not asking.
Oh, it's
your-
gonna be a tie. It's gonna be a tie.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
What if
No,
it
I
is a
got- I-
tie? He'll be like,
Buffalo.
dude, no Shadamas.
You got
Papa
Buffalo.
Damas.
Renee, who do you got?
For me.
Renee, who do you
I'm
got?
gonna say Buffalo, man. I'm gonna go Buffalo.
Eddie P.
Buffalo.
I'm gonna say Buffalo is gonna get the win because it's, I think, the obvious one, even though interdivision match always tough. On that note, for our gambling aficionados out there, this could be a good I don't know if upset's the right word,
What's the
upset
point
game
spread?
to pick the Dolphins. Bills are -3.5.
Rick
So
Rob, what your
I think this
thoughts?
would be a good
Which
game
makes
to wager
that a
some
pick 'em
money
game.
on the Dolphins. But I
I'll
think
take-
No, I'm
Buffalo's-
sorry.
I'll take the money line.
Rick
Hey,
Rob?
when did Josh
Take the
Allen get
Sabres,
that? When did Josh Allen get that contract?
This
During
In the
offseason,
offseason.
Yeah, you better win this game, boy. You better win.
Nick.
You better win.
I like the Dolphins, and I'm going to tell you why. The X factor is the
Like it.
heat and humidity in Florida. There's going to be a lot of
Oh, that's
cramping. It's going to be a close game. I like the Dolphins in a 4 point win, man. Toward last possession type thing.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm gonna give
agree.
you half a point for that take. You can get the full point if you can tell me what it is out there. What's the temperature and the humidity for the game today?
Just off the top of my
Yeah.
head, 86 degrees,
Yeah,
but
okay.
105% humidity.
Okay, we're turning, ladies
That
and
was the most
gentlemen,
lukewarm take ever.
we're turning to the Weather Channel here. So
By
when
the
Hell
way,
we,
the
yeah.
over-under is 47.5.
let's see here.
47.5?
Yep.
Wow.
All right,
Okay.
moving on to the next game. Patriots at New York Jets. What are we thinking?
Pats.
Patriots.
Mac Jones.
Papa
I
John.
wanted to say something crazy until I remembered Bill don't lose to rookies. So yeah, that's about it.
He's going to confuse my boy Zach.
Yeah. Who
Rick,
cares? Zach? Just throw it to
Rick
Corey
Rob, you
Davis,
got the
dog.
Pats?
Just throw it to Corey Davis.
Rick, you got Pats?
Yeah, I got the Pats.
Nick, Pats? Eddie P, Pats?
Pats.
Everybody's pitty patty. All right, moving on to the next game. Bengals at Chicago Bears. What do we think?
The Bengals.
I got Bengals.
I got Joe Burrow to the house.
You think Joe Burrow's gonna do something?
Yeah, I think he's gonna win the game.
Hey,
Nick,
okay.
Nick, what are you saying
Okay.
about this game, Nick?
Chicago rights the ship today. They can't go 0-2.
No,
Or we
Dalton-
start the
Andy
Justin
Dalton's
Fields
still the
era begins if we go 0-2.
That's what
if they go
happens.
0-2.
That's exactly what happens.
quarterback. Yeah, I think that's exactly what's gonna happen too. They're gonna go
Yeah.
0-2, and then Justin Fields starts next game 3.
Justin Fields comes in, shows a little bit while the game's already out of hand. Week 3 starter, Justin Fields.
I think you could be right. Who'd the Bengals play last week?
Minnesota.
They played
Minnesota. And
Minnesota.
they should have lost that game.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, see, to me, the Bengals they're like the Clippers. They're like the Lions. They're always going to be the Bengals. So they may win this game, but I really don't know because I could also see the real Bengals showing up and blowing.
And he has no faith in Joe Burrow.
No.
Nah, he was only good for 1 year in college.
And Joe be great. We trust, that's for sure. Bengals definitely win this one. But real quick, I want to say that they should definitely not put Justin Fields on yet. And I'm a big proponent of Justin Fields. But do y'all remember what Justin Fields did during the preseason? Y'all remember him? You talk about a guy that's still struggling to get his reads together and whatnot. Y'all remember him getting blasted and losing his helmet and everything like that? Like he's still
that was
he's
the
not
O-line's
there
read.
well, either
But
way.
he's the one that took
was
the
all-
punishment.
He took
Yeah.
the punch.
That's fair.
Throw that thing away. Throw that thing away. And if you look at his numbers when he was in, it really wasn't that phenomenal.
I don't
Now,
know if he
granted,
had
there is a
time
lot
to
of
throw
hype.
that away. He got
Yeah, well,
fucking
maybe not,
annihilated.
bro. Hey, look,
Blitz,
I'd
no
have pulled
pun intended.
some Madden stuff and ran the other way and then just threw it out the back and said, fuck this. Y'all get it together. Like anything but take that blast. That thing, he almost lost his soul and his life in that one shot. But
Yeah, he
I
almost got
don't
cut in half.
I don't think it's time to put Fields in yet, man. I think they ride the Red Rocket pause for a minute.
After this game, is gonna be time.
Nah,
Yeah.
they gotta ride. They can't lose their religion over this, man. I mean, we knew Andy Dalton was
The
gonna struggle.
religion.
If the
Yeah,
coach
they
want
got
to keep
there.
his job, he's gonna have to put him in.
They
That's
may
a
have
They
fact.
to.
gotta ride that longer.
I mean,
He doesn't
maybe,
ride that
but
long.
really, when you think about it, like who's better? I think Rick's right. I think Dalton is the better quarterback right now. Maybe not next year, but right now, I think Dalton's better. His problem is, for one, he's been on his third team in 3 years now, right? He was
Yep.
with
Mm-hmm.
Dallas
Right.
last year.
Mhm.
So I never thought Dalton was that bad, but learning a new system every year for one doesn't help. But just looking at him player for player right now, Dalton's a better quarterback.
I think
Right.
He
I
might
honestly
not be
think-
next year.
I honestly think Justin Fields gives him the better chance to win. Simply for the fact that he can run the ball is another dynamic that Dalton's not going to do.
Yeah, he's
Well,
not a runner.
I mean, Dalton's not Cam or maybe Justin, but he's mobile enough to. There's open field in front of me. He's mobile enough to take the open field.
Yeah, maybe.
So
maybe.
he's
That's some pretty
comparing to
good years
someone.
with AJ Green.
He's not Peyton Manning, but he's
Eli
Josh
Manning?
Allen.
Eli
maybe?
Manning?
not
Eli.
Josh Allen.
I don't
Josh Allen
know.
can actually
Yeah,
run.
he's Daniel Jones. No, I'm just kidding.
Moving on to
Andy Dalton is the new Peyton Manning. He's a fucking statue.
moving on to the next game. Falcons at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What do you guys think?
Tampa Bay.
Bucks.
Bucks.
Falcons upset?
Next.
Bucks.
Okay.
Next.
I
Play
shouldn't even-
all their Bucks. If you have your fantasy, play all your Bucks.
I shouldn't even have said those guys. All right, moving on. The Minnesota Vikings at Arizona Cardinals. What do we think?
Cardinals.
I'm gonna
Cardinals are
start
gonna
off,
beat the dog shit.
let me start off with Nick Papa Chong.
Okay.
That is his team. Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate.
So-
Yeah, I understand that.
I need to. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this team
Oh my
because
God.
we looked like world beaters in week one.
Like,
What I do like is our defense is better. Our linebackers are better. Obviously, our front four is nice, and our secondary actually showed up. You know, we're not the no-fly zone, but okay. On offense, fine. D-Hop, yes, he's good, but that's one game. Okay,
Holy
You made it.
One
He
game.
said
You
it.
made-
He
that-
said
good.
it. Oh my
Are you-
That's
God.
one game.
You look like you're in agony right
and
now.
all he said was
I,
he's good.
I'm torn. I'm torn because I want to see AJ Green get more involved.
I have a question, Jamal. On this serious. You think
AJ
AJ
Green's
Green
done,
helped
dude.
Christian Kirk's stop?
I'm sorry.
You think AJ Green is helping Christian Kirk stop?
Yeah.
Since AJ Green is now on the wide, Christian Kirk's playing the slot and looks like he's getting
Well,
more-
that's where Christian Kirk should not be outside. He's too small. I think he needs to be inside. He's going to win a lot more than he'll win on the outside.
So AJ Green is helping his stock then.
He is, but I need AJ Green to do some things. He's 6'4". Come on, like I need him to do more.
Yeah, but he's also
Well-
broken down and kind of old now.
I know. So was
Well, they-
Larry,
It was
but
his
Larry
first
still
game
got it
with you
done.
guys. Give him a
Hey,
couple
Larry's
games.
special.
Yeah,
Larry's something
I know.
different.
That's
need-
but
I'm
that's
saying.
see, that's where I'm coming from. That's my barometer. Like that's who you guys got to reach to. D-Hop, that's who you got to reach to.
Reach who?
He was
Larry.
reaching D. Oh,
Fitzgerald.
He's put better
AJ
numbers than Larry when I told you that.
D Hop did great the
Well,
first week.
Yeah, but
What has he
Fitzgerald
done
has
for
done it for a long
us?
time.
Look what Larry's done. That's my barometer. What has Larry done for the Cardinals? That's
Okay.
if you're going to be a next great receiver. If I'm going to
Larry,
pass
bro.
you the baton, you've got to be where Larry is.
Okay. Papa
This is
Chong,
great.
your
This-
thoughts?
I don't
Your
even
thoughts
wanna
on
That
do
being
this?
said, Vikings today.
All you, Jamal.
Vikings?
Oh,
What?
shit. Okay. All right, Renee, give me your
Come
thoughts.
He said
Uh,
Vikings.
For my own reasons, I want the Vikings to win, but I do think the Cardinals are going to pull it off.
That's because of his fantasy reasons.
Oh, that's
No,
fair.
it's
No,
more-
division
for
reasons.
For
Papa-
division reasons.
Papa Chong?
No, I seen this report that said like Emerson Griffin's hurt. No, he got to a car accident. He's fine, but he's not playing. Two of the Vikings starting linebackers aren't playing. The Vikings aren't good as it is. I expect the Cardinals to beat
Yeah,
the
their
shit out of
defense
them.
is not good.
Eddie P.
I think the Vikings are taking a step backwards this year.
Okay.
Cardinals look to be taking a step forward, quite a big step. Rams got to watch out, but Cardinals win.
We got it. All right, Rick
Easy
Rob.
money. Arizona Cardinals, man. I don't know what Mick's talking about,
All
but
right. Yeah,
AZ Cardinals, man.
I got AZ also winning. Moving on to the next game. The Tennessee Titans at the Seattle Seahawks.
That's a good
Let's
game.
go,
Oh, the
Tannehill.
The 12 is there.
Let's start off with Renee. Your
12th
thoughts.
man.
Who do you got?
I got the Titans, man. I think they're going to rush it down their mouth. Henry's back
Rushing
this
down
week.
their mouth. That's
Yep.
real. real.
Mick, your thoughts, sir?
I like the 12th man. I don't root against Seattle in Seattle. They're tough to beat there.
That's
Eddie
a
P,
weird
Eddie P.
Cardinals fan.
My mind went blank. What teams?
It's Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans.
That's a lack of sleep right there. I'm gonna go. I want Tennessee, but what the hell happened to them last week?
Yeah,
They
bad
should
game.
not have gotten blown out like that. Even if you lose, what happened? That's a little concerning. But I'll go with Tennessee again because I do think they're going to win. And like Renee said, for our own interdivision reasons, we need them to win.
Rick Rob.
Tennessee.
I got the 12th man. I got the 12th man for sure.
Papa Chong.
It's hard to go against the 12th man. And they're back for the
He's
first
saying
time.
that because
in
he
like a
know
year.
Bobby Wagner. That's his friend.
Yeah. So we got
Yeah,
So
Bobby
I want-
Wagner's
no, 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 I want
from around here.
I know he played football with Bobby Wagner. Chung
Okay.
did.
Well, I'm from the O2, so that's how we do
wow.
it.
Yeah,
He's
no,
not from
we're good.
Colony
We
High
all good.
School.
Well, I didn't go to Ohio, but I'm
Let me
from
see
the
how you
O.
bring Chung. Show him. Pull it out.
Oh, next
Show him what
podcast,
Bobby
maybe.
got
Hold
you.
on.
Show him what Bobby got you,
Hold on,
man.
hold on. I did something. Jesus Christ.
Man, nobody cares about Bobby Wagner. He's a Seahawk.
Yeah. Stupid Bobby
know.
Wagner.
No, I want the Titans to win. I think the Titans should win, but it's fucking Seattle in Seattle, dog.
Yeah. 12 man's always tough to win at
All I
home.
know is the NFC West is about to go 2-0. Is that what you're telling me? The whole NFC West about to be 2-0?
It's a possibility.
That's what it sounds like.
If we hold up our end of the bargain.
So moving
This
on
guy.
to the next game, gentlemen. Cowboys at LA Chargers. What do you think?
Boys.
Mick, you got
Boys.
the boys? Eddie P. Chargers.
I
against
got the boys.
Papa Chong.
Chargers can't get any pass rush going. I'm sorry, Dallas can't get a pass rush going. I got Chargers.
Okay,
Big
2-1.
day for Herbert.
Renee.
Bolts all day.
Oh, 2-2. And Rick Rob, tiebreaker.
You're muted, by the way.
I'm gonna say yeah. If I can figure out how to unmute. As much as it pains me to say this, I got the boys today.
All right.
Dak Prescott. That's the main reason.
3-2. All right.
Yeah.
All
Hey, we
right.
don't want to see your chest. All right.
Yeah.
We want to
Yeah,
see
we
that
do.
soy milk.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you mean the 10 Cents podcast? Guy?
Oh,
soy milk.
representing.
You know what we're talking about right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We out here still, putting on for this squad. What do you mean? Anyway.
Good job. Represent, sir.
Apologize
So,
now, Renee.
moving
My
on.
understanding was everybody was supposed to have that on Sunday, but that's neither here nor there.
I don't have
Cool.
one. I don't have one.
Oh,
Then-
Eddie P's
Pony up some
representing.
money.
Eddie P's representing. Jamal's representing.
There we go.
Come
There
on.
we go.
Checks over stripes.
We got it. So next game, this is actually
I'm representing so much, I might get in trouble at work for putting stickers all over the facility.
that's awesome.
Hey, it's all right.
Just
Hey,
don't-
that wasn't you.
yeah.
Now what you know is what you can prove.
Just
Yep.
be like, oh, these are cool.
Ooh,
I don't know
bars.
who did them though. All right. And next we go to the night game. This should be a good one. Kansas City Chiefs at the Baltimore Ravens. Mick, let's start with you. You nodding your head over there, sir.
You
What
know where
think?
I'm going. Chiefs.
Oh, you at Baltimore?
Doesn't matter. Patrick Mahomes until somebody knocks him off. Patrick Mahomes.
Papa Chong.
I've seen this crazy stat that says Patrick Mahomes only lost 8 games in his career right now, which is sick. But I still got the Chiefs.
So 2 Chiefs. Renee?
No, what?
I was trying to understand that. On my bad.
Yeah, because I thought you were going to go the other way with
Yeah.
that.
I thought you were
me
totally
too.
going. The
No,
other
I'm
way.
just. This is an interesting stat.
Ramon's playing chess and we're
Yeah.
playing checkers.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got the Chiefs. Yeah, Javon out here.
Rick Rob.
Hey, brother, you know I don't root against KC. There we go. We run it. Let's
Eddie
do it.
P.
KC, they're gonna take it. Like I said the other day, I think we're finding out Lamar ain't thrower that he needs to be. At least not yet. KC.
Moving on to the last game, which is Monday night's game, and this is where we talked about Aaron Rodgers. Will he perform? We have the Detroit Lions at Green Bay. What do you guys think? Renee, let's start with you.
I had a question, but never mind. Go ahead.
No, so
Green Bay wins.
Green Bay. You think Aaron Rodgers will come out of his slump?
Green Bay. He gonna throw like 400 yards, close to it.
All to Devontae Adams for me.
I believe.
Interesting. Nick, what's your thoughts on this game?
Well, I know Ramon has got off on an ambiguous foot, but he did have the stat of the day with Aaron Rodgers and his get right games against Detroit. I agree. I think he goes off today. Or
Eddie
on
P.
Monday.
Eddie P.
Green Bay.
Green Bay. Rick Rob. He's gonna say Green Bay too.
Yeah, you already know. Come on, man. Hey, discount double check, man. He's got to come back. Like this will be really telling for me. And I like that little tidbit that Ramon ran with earlier. I'm gonna keep that. I said the streak stays the same. Detroit's gonna get blown out. You know what I mean? But it'll be what did their coach say? They're gonna get punched in the mouth. They're gonna keep getting back up or some shit. I don't know, man. I just want to see his promos. That's after every loss. I want to see his promos. That's what I say. That's what I'm here for in Detroit.
And with those games being said, like with this last topic we have for the NFL regarding the 10 cents crew, who are the top teams in the NFL right now, in your opinions?
The NFC West.
The NFC East. No,
Whose house, Luda?
Huh?
Yeah.
The
I
Rams
would still
house,
say
eh?
I would still say the Chiefs and Bucks probably. At
Throw
this
the
point.
Rams in there. I like what I saw.
I was gonna say, hey,
on both sides of the
overreaction.
ball?
I think
Talk
the
about
Chiefs
it.
are the best team.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, the Chiefs. I would say the Chiefs are the best team on both sides of the ball, but overreaction. I would say you got to throw LA Rams up in there.
Throw the
I
Rams
mean,
in there.
Both sides
You're not gonna
of the
put-
ball.
you're not putting
Both
the Bucks
sides
in
of the
there?
ball. Both sides of the
I'd
ball.
have
The
to
Rams
put
are
the
the
Bucks
best
in there.
team.
Yeah, I think the
Both
Bucks are
sides
the
of the
best.
ball, the
the
Rams
best
are the
team on
best
both
team.
sides of the ball. To be honest,
No, they're
with you.
you let Dak Prescott torch you guys.
I bet you.
for-
I bet you. Dak Prescott will put up the same points and yards against the Chiefs
Look,
No.
let
due
me.
to the fact that he has that many weapons on his team.
If anybody didn't know
That's all I'm
this,
saying.
and a lot of people give a lot of credit to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, and yeah, I give them. They're one of the top 10 teams for sure in the. But you have to give it to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has to be in the top 5 or top 10. You have
For sure.
20
They're top
Yeah,
five,
20
number
for
two,
sure.
personally.
you have 22 starters that started in the
Well,
in the Super Bowl that are
You're
back.
right, Luda. You're right. And they're the
So-
champs until
Yeah,
proven otherwise.
yeah. So
I
they're
think,
definitely
yeah.
in the top 10 for
I
sure.
have them as my number 2 behind KC, even though I know what happened in the Super Bowl. But yes.
Yeah. Well, moving on from NFL, let's go to college football rankings and how will they change, guys? What do you? We have the top 25 rankings. Let me list off a couple of them here. I know a couple of us here are not going to be too happy with some of the rankings.
Oh, y'all
changing.
played yesterday?
Yeah, USC definitely won.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you for some reason. I was talking about
I'm not
Nick
going to
shaking
brag.
his head.
I'm not going to brag, but
You know what it is, Papa Chong. I'm gonna call you Papa John. Don't make me call you Papa John, dude.
Yeah,
no,
but look,
I
I'm
watched
I'm-
the SC game. Beautiful,
right? You love it,
beautiful game.
like my sweater.
You
Well, let
weren't
me
you
read-
weren't constipated like last week. At least you felt better about things.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna read off the top 25 real quick, and then we'll talk about who do we think is going to change. Number 1, Alabama. Number 2, Georgia. Number 3, Oklahoma. 4, Oregon. 5, Iowa. 6, Clemson. 7, Texas A&M. 8, Cincinnati. 9, Ohio State. 10, Penn State. 11, Florida. 12, Notre Dame. 13, UCLA.
Dog.
14, Iowa State. 15, Virginia Tech. 16, Coastal Carolina. 17, Ole Miss. 18, Wisconsin. 19, Arizona State. 20, Arkansas. 21, North Carolina. 22, Auburn. 23, BYU. 24, Miami. 25, Michigan. Gentlemen, you saw some of the games yesterday. For the most part, I saw most of them. Any thoughts on how these are going to change this week? Nick, let's start with you. You don't.
You already know the middle of the table is going to change. I think UCLA is out of the top 25 because they lost to an unranked Fresno State team, which is a really good team. But you're UCLA, you can't lose that game. I think we fall out of the top 25.
Brian at the beginning of the season was kind of looking forward to this game, if I recall. He was like, "That's
Well, no. He knew they were a good team too. We all knew Fresno State was a good team, but they're unranked and they came to the crib with a hobbled quarterback and they had 455. He had 455 passing yards against that defense that we thought was a good defense. And on the other side of the ball, our running backs didn't even show up for the game. So we deserved that L. Time of possession was 40-20 in favor of Fresno State. We didn't play well.
Right. Eddie P, any thoughts on this 25? Do you think USC will be back on 25?
I don't know. I don't deal with second-rate football. I only stick to the professionals.
Jeez.
Not the JV team.
Rick Rob, we were just going over the top 25 teams on the college football. Do you think any changes are going to be done this week?
I think some changes need to be done. Oklahoma at number 3 is crazy. I mean, I know they beat Nebraska yesterday, but 2-1, number 3, I don't know. I think the rankings, they've always been off, but nothing specific, honestly, that I can really run through right now at this particular moment. I'm sorry. I just remember seeing that yesterday and being like, yo, that's crazy. And I know since USC won, what were they ranked? What did they go to? Was it 19?
They were out of the top 25.
We're out of the top 25.
Oh, okay. So they did fall out. Okay. I was going to say they need to stay out, but that's real.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you this. Okay. Because you have Ohio State with 1-1.
Yeah.
USC will now be 2-1. Is it fair to say that USC should be back on the top 25? Mick and Rick Rob, because you guys are more college affiliados.
Yeah, I would put them. I'd put USC probably like 22, somewhere around there, but back in the top 25.
You think UCLA should fall out of the top 25?
I have a question.
You think they should?
Yes. You can't.
Why?
You can't because you're 13. You lost to an unranked Fresno State team from the WAC. You're in the Pac-12, and they came to the crib and smacked us. You can't. You can't lose.
I have
No.
all you guys.
Go ahead.
It's just an honest question. Like I know they do all the rankings and stuff, but what's the point of being top 25 if there's only like 4 that make it to the playoff?
It's recruiting.
If you're not in the top 10, like what's the point of the rest?
It's recruiting.
They have other bowls.
Yeah, I know, but like how many?
Jamal just said it.
No, they like
You win a bowl, but you didn't win a national championship. You still a loser,
in the
right?
Shoelace Bowl.
That's like boxing.
I'm
with
just
all the
answer.
championship title belts. Oh yeah,
I'm
there's
just
a
giving you the
WBO
answer.
belt, but nobody cares about it.
Yeah, because I don't see why Iowa State, that's on here, I believe, should be on here. That's 1-1. I mean, you hardly ever hear of them. So I don't think you should fall off the top 25, Nick. UCLA should still be good, sir.
But where do you think they should be?
I think they should be 25. But okay. I don't think they
25 and a half, 26.
I think USC should at least be moved up to at least 19, between 15 and 19, in my opinion.
So they're going to jump like 20 spots?
What do you mean 20? They're probably like on the outside looking in. They're probably like number 27.
Call them 26. They're going to jump 11 spots for beating Washington State?
45 to 10, 14?
Yeah, they put it on them.
Yeah,
I agree, but Washington State's not a great team.
They're not. I thought we'd be Washington initially, and I was going nuts. And until
Well,
I
I don't-
realized it was
I
Washington
don't-
State, and I was like, yeah.
I don't think Fresno State's such a great team, but whatever.
You might want to go look at that. You might want to go look at who they played and how they performed.
Well, speaking about performance, top 3 games that we saw yesterday. Any like that Alabama Florida game? That was pretty close. 31.
Penn State Auburn was a good game.
Penn State Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about that?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I thought that I didn't watch all of it. I watched about a quarter of it, and it was a whiteout up in Happy Valley. That atmosphere was electric. I don't know who won. Do you know? I think Penn State won, but I'm not positive. Does anybody know who won that game?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Anyway, from what I saw, Penn State, they're a Big Ten team playing Auburn, who's an SEC team, and they were laying the wood to them for that quarter.
Penn State actually won that game 28-20.
Okay, yeah, they looked like the better team, and it just it was a chink in the SEC armor because Auburn's supposed to be good, and obviously we know about the SEC. Penn State laid the wood, but there was like 95,000 Penn State fans and like 3,000 Auburn fans. That place was electric.
Well, shouldn't Penn State be better since they're ranked 10 and Auburn's 22?
They should, but
Not
I'm talking about Big 10 versus SEC, right? SEC is supposed to have all the athletes.
That's where it comes down to.
I mean, did anybody see the Mississippi Tulane game? They put a whooping on them, 61-21.
Tulane obviously lost, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
Any surprise
Tulane,
games
unfortunately.
out of here? Out of yesterday's game? Besides UCLA?
That wasn't a big surprise to me. I told you guys going into it that was going to be our test, so that wasn't a surprise to me. I'm just mad that we lost.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this: Notre Dame, are they the real deal out there this year?
No. I like their safety, but no.
I mean,
They were better.
They're 2-1. They're 2-0 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like they haven't been coming this out this good for a couple of years. Do you think they're like this is the year to make a difference, make an impression?
No, last time I seen them in a big game, they got smacked on.
When was that?
So it's just the championship game against Bama.
When last year?
No, way back then when they had Matt Tateo.
Okay, then we're talking about this year. Are they the real deal this year? They're 2-0
Last time
right now, motherfucker. Like shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it's 2-0. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they got
ranked,
smacked on. Okay,
I'm pretty sure some of them ranked teams like I don't know who's undefeated in these rankings, but some of these lower level teams, maybe like a Cincinnati or I think you said like UCF. You're gonna say, they're 2-0, they're 2-0. But yeah, look who they played, and then when they play somebody like an SEC team and get smacked on, then it's like, oh no, well we thought they were gonna get smacked on because they were playing an SEC team. But wait, they're 2-0. The 2-0s aren't built the same.
Of the 2-0 teams,
aren't built the same.
Their ceiling, Notre Dame's ceiling, isn't high as some of the teams, like the more talented teams, and that's where we always run into the thing with Notre Dame because they're limited in the type of players that they can get. They have good, very good players. They don't have great players.
Yeah, and they got a good fanhood though.
Mhm.
But anybody see the Virginia Tech with West Virginia? That was an upset.
No, I missed that one.
I didn't see it.
Number 15 Virginia Tech lost to West Virginia 27-21 unranked West Virginia.
Wow, that's gonna hurt Virginia Tech for sure.
So that's why I don't think UCLA is gonna fall from the tree from the apple or whatever. What's that saying, sir?
That the apple's not gonna fall that far from the tree.
Yeah, well, whatever. Into that reference. So, but yeah, that's college football for you guys. And then now we're gonna move on to the second quarter, which is the gauntlet. This week we have something new, everybody. We're gonna talk about fantasy football, our thoughts on who you should pick.
That was the first quarter?
Yep, that was the first quarter.
That was an hour first quarter.
Yeah, we had it going.
Yeah, football's gonna start.
Yeah, so fantasy football, we're going to let you know what we think.
Gavel up, B.
Again, disclaimer, if you're betting money on it, please don't sue us because we're just giving our thoughts and our opinions. So you can use them if you want. But with that being said, fantasy football, guys, Renee, you were going to start this thing on our separate podcast, but who do you think are your must starts for this week? Like, you could pick quarterback, receivers, running backs, whatever.
Well, must starts. I do believe you should start anyone that is on the Bucks team this week. They're playing Atlanta. Tom Brady's gonna cook them. Maybe not start the running backs. I don't know which one is.
You don't think Fournette is their starter?
It could be Fournette, but as soon as one fumbles or does something bad, they get benched. So Bruce Arians don't care about no fantasy, which is fine. But any receiver they have, start them. Gronk, Godwin, Evans, AB,
Antonio.
start Brady, start them all. That would be
Papa
my
John.
must starts. You have to start them.
Papa
I
John,
just
man.
got.
Go
I
ahead,
got.
man.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
I've got
no.
one. I've got one because I have a conundrum. I've got Edwards-Helaire, and that guy, he kills me more often than he doesn't kill me. But I can't not take him out of the starting lineup, and I'm pissed about it.
I think you have to.
Right.
Who's your
like,
other running backs?
I mean, I got mixed. So I got mixing going. I got Edwards-Helaire, and I went and picked up Mark from the Texans.
Ingram?
Mark Ingram. I went and picked up Ingram. And then in my flex, I'm flexing. I'm flexing. What's his name? Jarvis Landry. I'm flexing Jarvis Landry today. So
So you
I'm
have
not
3
gonna.
running backs only?
I only have 3. Yeah.
Oh well,
I mean, there's all the other good running backs are gone.
Yeah, you
Well-
have to play CEH.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but it's pissing me off.
Especially-
Oh, I have
especially
Barkley
Mark-
too. I'm sorry, I didn't play Barkley.
Well, you can't play him now, so it's fine. He didn't do
Right.
much anyways.
Exactly, because he killed me week 1.
That was probably a good move.
I have a feeling
Mhm.
Mixon might have a game today.
Oh, he
I
will.
think
He had a
so.
game last
Mixon,
week.
Yeah,
Mixon
game
will have
last
himself a day.
Let me ask you.
I'd go
Let
Mixon. I'd go Mixon over.
No, right. I have
he
Mixon
has
in
Mixon
there,
one.
and I have Hilaire in there.
Let me-
And I
ask you
and I
this.
flexed Landry instead of I didn't put Barkley in, and I'm not putting I didn't put Ingram in, so I
You're not
flexed
gonna put
Landry.
Ingram in?
Yeah,
Even though
Landry.
he got 26 rushes last week.
Yeah, I don't. Well, the
I think
Texans
that's
they
an
have.
accident. 26 rushes is a lot.
You're right, but they have a tough matchup today
Yeah, but they're gonna have to lean on
I
their
would
run
bank
game
on-
more than anything.
I think they're gonna bank on him
Until they
getting
get
those goal
behind.
line touches though.
Yeah,
Goal
and
line touches,
they have
though,
running back
would
by
probably be the
they,
only
they
thing.
use David I
Johnson.
can't think of anybody did. They use David Johnson around in that goal line thing because he can catch like he's good at running those flare screens or those those bubble screens and scoring from like 2 yards out. So he vultures a lot of stuff around the goal line. So I it's hit and miss with the Texans and the way that they rotate their running backs.
Yeah, I wouldn't go with Ingram this week.
Yeah.
I'd keep Landry in there.
Ramon, you have any must starts that you think you should start no matter what? That you think's gonna go
All
off?
Eagle players. All Eagle players.
Najee
I'm
Harris.
Nah, I'm just playing. Najee.
Najee.
Gang.
That's a nice one.
Najee is
Najee's good. Yeah, I like Najee.
How about a must sit, Eddie?
Uh,
Who do you think is a must sit? Do not play him this week.
A must sit. Do not play him. I'm going to say, are we any position? Are we talking?
Any position. If you
yeah,
got
any
it,
position. Yeah.
any player.
I'm going to
Derek
say a must sit, which a lot of people are big on, because he did have a pretty good year last year. Mike Davis.
Yeah,
Oh
Put
yeah,
him in.
for
Mike
sure.
Davis.
I sat him.
Yeah,
I
against
have
the
him and I
Bucks.
sat his ass down.
Yeah.
that's a good call.
Mhm. I sat him
What-
down too.
What do you guys think about Tyler Boyd?
I like Tyler Boyd. I don't know if I would.
I like him.
I think
I
he's
have
got a
him on
lot
one
of
of my
talent,
teams.
but
I
I
just don't
think
know who'll make
Chase
my
is the
lineup.
one. Does anybody not believe that Chase isn't the one in Cincinnati?
No, Chase is for sure the number one receiver.
We'll see. It's been
And
one
then-
game for him. I'm not
and
gonna say he
then-
is.
he's a rookie,
And then
right?
Higgins. Well, I would say Chase being number 1 or 2, and then Higgins being 1 or 2 pushes Boyd, to that third, obviously.
I feel like Boyd's like that third down receiver that they depend on the
Right,
slant
and
and
it's
catch it.
it's
That's fair.
feast or famine with him.
That's
It
fair.
pisses me off.
Let
'cause I
me
wanna play him.
let me get your opinion on one. So I have a WRT position open, and I have these 3 gentlemen to put in there. Your opinion and thoughts. I have Pittman from Indianapolis, the receiver. I have
Mhm.
Not this week.
Fournette from Tampa Bay, and I have Claypool from Pittsburgh.
Well, in a WRT, you can't put Fournette there, can you?
yeah, you
Yeah, it's
can.
a flex.
Yeah.
Wide
Yeah.
receiver,
Flex
running
spot.
back, or tight end.
Oh, okay. I thought that was wide receiver.
So
Yeah.
so Pittman,
Of those
Fournette,
options,
or
I go
Claypool.
Claypool.
I go
Claypool?
Claypool. Yeah.
Claypool for those out of those options. Yeah.
Renee
Yeah, I
didn't say
think so.
anybody from Tampa Bay.
I said I don't know about the running
I-
backs.
Yeah, because
Well,
what's
but
his
the
name's going to get
but-
half the touches anyway.
yeah, Ronald Jones.
Jones, yeah. And then Pittman, he's going against the Rams this week. I wouldn't.
Yeah, he's gonna
I
get
wouldn't do
locked
that.
up.
Brady's
He's gonna
Mr.
get
Quarterback
locked up.
Sneak himself. If they
Oh,
only
what
won.
you call it though too? That's going to be a great matchup. I know we I didn't mention this in the games, but Aaron Donald versus their guard Quentin. I think it's Quentin Nelson from the Colts. That's going to be good. gonna be real good.
What about
I think
what
Claypool. I think Claypool is the safest play of those three.
safest play? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. What about any sleepers to perform this week or in the future?
Yeah, Corey Davis.
Sleepers.
Corey Davis.
Corey Davis might be a good one. Yeah.
I like Rondale Moore, our guy.
Jeremy.
Out of Arizona?
But I'm afraid to pick him up. But he's explosive. He had 3 touches and he looked like the real deal. But I haven't picked him up yet.
You know who might be a pretty decent sleeper this week? Melvin Gordon. No one's
Melvin
really
Gordon.
talked about him, but going against the
Well, yeah.
Jaguars,
He had a
shitty.
big game last week, though.
Mm.
Did he?
He had a,
One
he had a
big
big
run.
run.
Hurt.
I know he had a big run.
Yeah, one big run. Yeah.
Okay.
Was the big run that made him have a big?
Yes.
Like that. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, he didn't do much after that. I just saw, I got red zone, so I saw him 65-yard scamper.
Yeah,
I
that
tried to
was
go
the-
get him.
That's what made his day look good.
Mm.
Okay.
I think before that he was only like, I don't know, like a few yards for.
Because I know the rookie got some touches. He got like at least 10,
Yeah, he got.
which is not a lot, but
Neither of them really
but 10.
performed, but that 65-yard run. But I mean, Williams is known to do that, right? Like,
I think
Gordon?
Pittman.
Yeah,
I think
Gordon, I'm
Pittman
sorry.
is going to be a sleeper. So
Yeah, I
look,
think Gordon.
if you can pick him up, I would say keep him on your bench at least.
There's some chatter about Philip Lindsay too, but he's in a running back by committee. So I don't know
Yeah.
what to
hey,
make
would
of
you
it.
sit or start
I
Winston
was gonna-
against the Panthers?
Who?
That's a question.
Winston versus the
Ooh.
Panthers.
Ooh.
Winston.
I
Oh,
would.
man.
I would.
Who's your option?
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
That's just
I
an in
get-
general
that's a
question.
team that's playing each other. Winston is people are liking what he did. 5 touchdowns. It's a thing.
Yeah, but if that's why you need to know who their backup is.
Here, I have a scenario for you then, because this is driving me insane in one of my leagues. And no one can give me an answer. This is
No,
my
you don't
team,
like
all
the
right? I have
answer.
Tom
You don't
Brady
like the answer.
starting. I have Justin Jefferson, Tyler Lockett, Dalvin Cook, Najee Harris, Rob Gronkowski, and Joe Mixon in my flex, okay? I have Antonio Brown on my team, and he's on my bench, and I want to know how I get him into my lineup.
Who's your
Take Lockett out.
The unsexy answer. You take out Jefferson, which I know you don't want to.
Versus Arizona.
I'd leave. Yeah, I'd leave
Yes.
Lockett in there actually.
No, I think I want to leave Lockett in there too.
Yeah,
And I also have
think you're right.
Debo and Daryl Henderson on my bench.
I don't know. How'd you get that team? Who are you playing with? Third
Uh,
graders?
I'm just
Yeah.
a great drafter. Jamal.
Yeah, who'd you dupe
Apparently so.
for that?
Yeah, somebody got duped.
I draft great.
What league is
Renee,
that?
Renee,
Hey,
it's
in a
Renee,
best
Renee,
ball league,
Renee,
you'd
Renee,
be
Renee.
winning and winning in a best ball league.
I'd be winning a
Right.
lot, right?
Yes.
What about waiver pickups? Any picks? Thoughts?
I'm sorry. Who's the backup, the running back for you guys that was since Mostert went out? That guy
Oh,
was
Sermon, Trey Sermon,
Oh yeah, he's
And Mitchell?
not on anybody's waivers right now. I think
Yeah,
he's been
he was
picked up.
hot.
him or Mitchell are both been picked up.
What you call it's a good waiver. I've heard a lot about him. I didn't pick him up. I didn't have a roster spot for him, but is it Braylon Edwards from the Raiders?
Over right, Brian
Hmm.
Edwards.
I was saying
Brian.
Brian Edwards?
He's an
Okay,
old
yeah.
receiver.
It's not
Braylon's
Braylon.
an older receiver.
Braylon's an
Okay,
old
yeah.
receiver from the Browns.
Sterling Shepard was a big pickup in a lot of leagues that I saw, even though he didn't do that
Did
much
he-
yesterday.
I saw
Yeah.
Evan Ingram too being picked up.
I wonder why. But
Next quarter, Luda.
Yeah, next quarter, guys. Third quarter. So this one man thing, guys. I'm gonna keep it short with some of the questions. I'm gonna ask some of the questions on here, but I also think I made up a couple that might be fun. Start off with the first one. If you were president, what's the first thing you'd do in office?
damn, that's a good question.
Answer to keep it moving. I'm gonna start with Mick.
I would repair our relationships with our allies and try to come to the table with some of our detractors.
Eddie P.
I have no idea, Luda. You hit me with a fucking blind
that's
shot
a
with that one. Yeah, that
Thumper
one,
right there, buddy.
I need a lot more thought for that one. Pass.
Papa
I
Chong.
legalize marijuana. How about that?
Yeah, that's already done though.
No, I'm gonna
Federally-
steal. I'm gonna
country.
It's not
Federally.
federally.
No,
That's
I'm
a great
Jamal's
one, Ed.
answer, to be
That's
honest.
actually a great one.
Okay.
You hit me from the blind side. You just Justin Fields me right now.
Russ,
So I'm gonna
Renee.
have to
Renee.
steal an answer.
I'm getting rid of welfare.
Okay.
Off
Okay.
rip. Tired of
Rick
people
Rock.
using it.
If you're on, if you're not, then don't worry
I'm
about
on.
those.
I'm on. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. If you were
Yes,
president,
sir.
what was the first thing you did?
Reparations. I'm gonna stop there.
What'd you say?
You heard what the
Reparations.
man said.
Reparations,
You heard
man.
what
You
he
heard me.
said.
You heard me.
You heard what he
Reparations, bro.
So
said.
is
All
40
right.
acres in a mule?
Huh?
40 acres in a mule?
You got, boy, you almost had me. I'm around too many people. I'm not eating. No, I'm not eating. Sorry.
Okay, so
He's at a
what's the
vegan restaurant right now.
second question? What's the most embarrassing thing you've done while having sex,
Oh wow, Jesus!
Renee?
I don't even know. I had to think about that.
I think I
Nice.
farted one time,
Okay, that's you see that's
You know,
honest.
giving a
Fuck.
nice
You
thrust.
know,
and let out a little-
Papa Chong, you look like you're a farter.
No, I'm
Probably just the early tee
but,
off for me.
Yeah, probably. Yup.
It's happened to everyone though. I don't know how
Yeah,
embarrassing it is.
yeah.
Every dude's done that.
You said
No.
you said the early tee off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure the early tee off, and I think the other one is whiskey, man. I'm telling you, the older we get, man, the more I gotta refigure out my limits.
Yeah, that's something that
Great.
happens to everyone. though.
Yeah,
Like,
what do you mean? What do you
you
mean?
got
The older
nothing
you
else?
get,
What
Unless
about
it's
missing your
happening
tea time
consistently.
altogether?
What?
What do you mean?
What about missing your tea time altogether?
Oh, like not being able to?
That
Fell
makes you
asleep.
seem like
Nah,
a
man,
stud. though.
it was time and you fell asleep. I didn't
No,
know.
well,
Oh.
there's
I've
been times
definitely
that
fallen
I
asleep.
I don't know if I've ever just fallen asleep in the middle of knocking boots.
No,
No,
I'm saying like
I felt-
everything's
He's
set
like
ready
not
to
even
go.
making the session.
Oh,
You
not making the
missed your tea
session,
time.
not showing up to
No.
your tea time.
I showed up and then fell asleep while she was like knobbing me off. You know what I mean? Like I was
That
just
must
so
have been a
wasted.
terrible blowjob.
Like, dude, like she was going at it, and then it's like I just fell asleep, and she even said like, "Oh shit, you fell asleep." Like I was like,
Hey,
just keep trying.
A long day at work, babe. Long
Yeah.
day at work. Sorry.
Hey, you fell asleep and stayed hard, nigga. That right there is talent.
No, I'm
Who
sure it
cares?
went down, but like I just started
Oh,
snoring
okay.
on her.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
She was snoring.
This is crazy.
Well then, you know, I'm
You
about to
didn't-
say,
you
bro.
didn't- I'm taking you to get an invite back either, huh?
No, I actually ended up seeing her a couple more times,
I'm
but
about to say
Well done.
she's a
Yeah.
listener.
yeah,
Well done.
she was cool. You know, she gave it a second time. All right, next question.
He said,
Will you go down on a girl
Oh my god.
if her shit stink?
I'm not going down on her. I'm
These
out.
are these are ludicrous questions.
Like I'm
for
just
sure.
saying, would
Yeah,
you?
I'm
Yeah,
packing up and
these are the
leaving.
questions that he picked.
Would
I'm
you-
not qualified to answer these
This
questions.
shit was
Yes,
not
you
on
are.
the list.
Yes, you
beforehand.
are. Would you down? Would if
Pack
you,
and leave, dog. Pack up your shit.
if
and
you were
leave.
going down on her, and then you got that
Mm-mm.
whiff, are you going down, or would you
Hell
stop
no.
it, or would you stop and
Come
leave,
on, man.
Damn.
or would
I'm
you
out.
fuck?
I'd
Would
come
you
up for
fuck?
air and be done with it.
You start a conversation. Start a conversation and say you just want to cuddle.
Okay, so you
That's when you
wouldn't
just
fuck.
become Little Spoon.
And then
Mhm.
Papa Chong,
There it
what,
is.
what are you doing?
I just hit him with the "It's not you, it's
Leaving.
me,"
You're
Mhm.
leaving,
and then
You're-
work my way
Yeah.
out.
You're not even staying. Okay.
Fake phone call. Huh, you
Renee?
need me to go where?
I'm out.
Renee
Dude.
told
I'm
me
not
to
even
do some
saying,
work.
yo, pack your pussy up and
Okay.
bounce. I'm out.
Eddie
He
P,
said, "Pack it up and bounce."
you're leaving.
I just got a call out. I gotta go. Power's out.
I got
Rick.
to I actually got a shutdown to do.
That's
Sorry.
nice, P. You have a built-in excuse. I like
Oh
that.
yeah.
Rick
Yep.
Rob, you staying or leaving?
Bro, here goes. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, okay? Because I've been in this
Oh,
situation before.
man.
The very first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna be like, you know what? Hold on. We ain't hit a shower yet. I'm gonna try a shower first. If we go do a shower, right, in which I'm supervising all of this, and
Right.
it still comes out stink, I'm leaving. I will just walk out, and that has happened.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just walking right the fuck out. I've
Okay.
Hey,
left
Rick,
my
can I ask you a
drawers.
question?
Are you saying something, or you're just like
No, I'm walking out.
just
No.
beeline to your car?
Bro, I literally have put on my pants, left my drawers, and just walked right the fuck about.
How
that's-
crooked was her bottom row?
Huh?
How crooked was her bottom row?
Hey, look, in hindsight, I don't even think I ever saw it. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
that just added to the.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
a
I'm
deal
saying?
breaker. Apparently, is that a
Bro,
deal
I
breaker?
got to see them bottom teeth. I
Hey,
gotta
and
see
she
them
had
bottom
corns.
teeth.
And she had corns.
With that being
No,
said, at least
she
Rick,
definitely didn't have no corns.
Rick Rob
she
was willing to
definitely
give her a
had no
shot. Take a shower, see if that'll clean off. So that's good for you,
Hey
Rick.
man, we
Good for
we all
you.
get
Man.
dusty sometimes.
All you gotta do
Yeah.
is hold your breath.
And
Yo, you nasty, bro.
I'm gonna end it with this. I'm gonna start off with you, Renee.
I'm just gonna say, someone we used to know. Now she's just somebody that we used to
You belong to the
I don't-
streets.
Hey, I don't think the
People
term
lying to the
Eskimo Brothers
streets,
is
dog.
politically
Yeah.
correct anymore. We're gonna have to call it something else.
no,
Sharing is caring, brothers.
no, we're not.
The Ram brothers.
All right.
You
know, you got the Care Bears.
Last
Care Bears.
question. Last question of what men think. And Renee, I'll start off with you, sir. So, if Bill Gates offers you $1 billion to suck his dick, Does that make you?
What
Does that
the
make you gay?
hell?
Does that make you
Luda,
gay?
bro?
Yes,
Does
it
that
makes you
make-
gay if you do it.
Does that make you
Bro.
gay?
Yeah, it does.
Renee, you're getting you're getting $1 billion, sir.
Luda.
Does that make you gay?
Come on,
pride is
fam.
worth more than
Rick,
$1 billion.
let me answer the question. Let me ask the questions, okay?
I ain't selling out.
So, Renee, you doing it?
No.
Eddie P,
Come on, man.
I'm just saying.
Hey, you want
You're part of the Ramley. You
hey,
ain't doing that.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
hey, you want
Papa
dudes
Chalk,
on-
you want to talk, so it looks like you're eager to suck on something. So would you do it?
You thought first of all, you thought of this question. You gonna
Well,
put one of them ties on and do it.
It's
But you want people-
it's $1 billion. All
Enjoy that $1 billion, dog. I'm not. Hell no.
right,
That's crazy.
Rick Rob. I know
I'm
you're
good with
thinking
my
about it.
hourly job.
I don't even know why this is a question, man.
And
We
yeah,
had
RP
something like this
Electric-
recently. Jamal was the only one to say he'd do it.
People want to hear
RP
this shit.
No, money's good money.
RP Electric pays me well.
All right, so Rick Rob don't even want to answer this question, but so we're gonna move it on to bump it or dump it. Fourth quarter,
That
everybody.
is crazy.
Well, you thinking about it. So fourth quarter, bump it or dump it. Let's start off with a question we just actually.
Hey, hold
were
on,
talking
Luda.
about with
Luda, you didn't
Renee.
answer the question, dog. Luda, you didn't answer the question.
Oh yeah, things may
You-
happen.
No.
Let's just
So you
say,
gonna do it?
let's just
Yeah,
say
he said
things may
yeah.
happen. Okay.
Things may happen.
Yeah.
Awkward.
So bump it or
All
dump it.
72 of our followers just know you said that.
They don't know. They're not even listening. But hey, bump it or dump it. First
Followers ain't
question.
Following.
They following. Can I talk? So first question: should retired boxers, have a pension plan? Bump it or dump it, gentlemen.
Yes, but they need to figure out the scenario. Not every boxer obviously deserves it.
Right. That would be, yeah, like we were saying the other night, that would just be too hard to put together.
I mean, you have to monitor it.
the answer is yes, but I don't know how you even begin to make that work.
Because I don't know if every football player gets it. Like if they get hurt their first season, their career is over.
Who was
Yeah.
football?
Yeah.
But
I don't know
yeah,
if they get taken care of
but-
for life. I don't know what
I don't think they
parameters
do.
are.
I don't
Yeah,
think they
maybe
do,
you have
right?
to be in the league so long, I don't know. But even then, even if let's just say they let all football players have a little piece of it, that's still a lot less than the amount of people that are like the whole world.
Yeah,
People-
can box.
Yeah. So
I could go out there and get a pro fight right now and just get knocked out and just
yeah, and then it's like, okay,
Yeah.
so how do you, I don't know.
Get your shit spun.
Yeah, well, we were talking about this earlier this week, and my thing was like, so boxers they know of what they're getting into, and somebody made another point to it, but I'll get to that. So they make millions of dollars, so they should prepare for something like that, right?
The great fighters make millions of dollars.
And that's correct. And I believe Mick pointed that out, that the ones that are not so great and don't make as much money, how do they deal with it? Which, to that point, yeah, you're right.
That's the same thing with football players.
You're
too.
right, which makes me wonder why Evander Holyfield took that fight the other night, because I remember a story, 15 years ago or before he retired, maybe 20 years ago. At the time, he had $75 million sitting in a bank account, which is a little weird, but whatever. He had that. Like, why is he fighting right now? What happened?
He has how many kids and grandkids? Have you ran the numbers on that?
I know he
Yeah,
has
a lot of
like
mouths to
10
feed.
kids from 7 women or something like that. But
It's a lot of mouths to feed, man.
So do you think that all the
even
money
then,
is
you
gone?
got to be able to manage your money better than that. I don't
Right.
care how many kids you got. Like,
Yeah, have you heard him
or-
speak though?
Or put some away. You know what I mean?
It's sad. He shouldn't have been allowed to fight. They shouldn't have sanctioned him and given him approval to fight, because that was ridiculous.
Well, here's the thing. It's on the stupid people who pay for this crap. Like, we want this stuff to stop. Stop paying for this dumb stuff.
Yeah,
We talked about it already.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. But well, next question. 86 Mets, best MLB team of the past half century? Or what do you guys think? Bump it or
Okay.
bump it?
If it's not the Dodgers, Yankees, or Sox in the last half century, then I'm not even willing to entertain that question.
Yeah, I say dump it too.
Yeah, jump it. I'm not a big fan, but
Dump it.
to that point, I'm not sure why they're pointing out to the 86 Mets. They were actually great 84, 85. 84, 85, they kind of built up to the 86. But in my opinion, yeah, if it's
Well, the
not
86 Mets, that's the team that won the championship.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
team that won the championship. But they were good 84, 85, and they just happened, all triggers hit.
Put it all
and
together in
Yeah,
86.
they put it together. As far as will Ben Simmons show up on training camp? Or is he
Hell
done?
no.
You don't think so?
Dump it. He's
No.
not showing up.
Dump it.
It depends on if he gets fined or not. I don't know how that works in the NBA. If he gets fined, he'll show up and he just probably, he'll sit on the sideline, I think, instead of losing game checks or not game checks, but checks in general.
And with
True.
you,
True.
Nick,
I think he'd be a more of a distraction being there as well, though.
you
I
think
think he'll
so?
pull like a Brandon Marshall in Denver when he showed up training camp and he wanted to get traded. Brandon Marshall didn't do shit. He was kicking balls out of practice, dropping everything on purpose. I think Ben Simmons would just be a big distraction. After not taking anybody's calls and then you show up, he don't want to be there.
How ironic would it be if he just showed up and shot free throws during practice? How ironic would that be?
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be great.
Free throws and 3-pointers all
Mhm.
practice.
I mean, 3 points. Just shoot 15 footers. Any jumper.
That's true too, huh? Right. A jumper.
Yeah. And we'll end it up with the final two questions. And USC just fired their coach, Clay Helton. Who are the top candidates for this job?
I think you nailed it, Luda, when you said Frank. If they get Franco, I think that changes the trajectory of the program.
Who's Franco?
James Franco from Penn State, I believe.
Actor?
Franklin.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Same
Franklin.
thing.
You're right.
Franklin.
Franklin, sorry.
Franklin.
You're right.
And
I
you know
saw-
what?
James Franco would too. He's so no, I'm just kidding. James Franklin.
Yeah, and he's actually one of the top candidates. And actually, Urban Meyer, which
Urban's
will
not.
lead
He's
up
not.
to-
He already
which-
said he's
which-
not leaving.
which
to come to
will-
SC.
Which is
we're-
terrible.
which we're actually we'll hit up to that topic next. But
Urban
Urban
Meyer said he's
Meyer's
not
considered,
leaving what?
He
What
said he
about
wasn't
Eric
leaving the
Bieniemy?
Jags to come to SC.
but he's considered one
Yeah,
of
I
the
agree
top
with Eddie.
picks.
He might not
I
have a
agree with Eddie.
choice.
We also have Chris Peterson, former Washington Huskies head coach. I had a list ready. Joe Moorhead, Oregon offensive coordinator.
Wow.
Bob Stoops,
Nah,
former
nice
Oklahoma
last name.
Sooners head coach. And I'll end it with Matt Campbell, Iowa State head coach.
No, Eddie. I think Eddie was the one who mentioned it. The dude, the offensive coordinator from the Chiefs, is also
Bieniemy.
interested.
Eric Bieniemy, yeah.
Eric
That's a
Bieniemy,
good
yeah.
name.
I would like that one out of all those guys.
Of all
So
those
I-
guys, sorry, go ahead,
Go
Ramon.
ahead. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Or,
No, no,
I was gonna say of all those
Yeah.
guys, Peterson is the best coach, but he's too humdrum for the SC job. SC, they need a Pete Carroll rah guy with
Yep.
some cash in.
Right.
That's what they need at that
Yep.
program.
Right.
For sure.
So let me ask you guys this, because I was watching Colin Cowherd, and he was talking about it. I guess he's a big SC guy. I didn't know this about him. I just started tapping in, but he made some really valid points as it pertains to USC's coaching. And I know for us UCLA Bruins guys, we don't love to hear it, but the shit all made sense. And he said he doesn't understand why SC, in LA, the Mecca basically, why are they looking at other podunk college football guys from, whatever town, anywhere in the USA. He was like, SC shines, LA in a whole. He brought, the Lakers, the Dodgers and whatnot. They shine when they bring in star level talent. So SC should be looking at NFL guys. That's it. They shouldn't be looking at anybody else other than NFL guys. And then he brought up Pete Carroll. He brought up basically everybody that they've ever succeeded with. They've either been affiliated with the NFL or actually turned out to be an NFL coach. And I thought about that and I was like, yo, that makes perfect sense. What do y'all really think about that?
I agree, but who's a NFL guy with sizzles like Bieniemy? That's a
Bieniemy,
great pick
yeah.
to me.
Right.
I agree with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is a very good pick.
And
he is
Bieniemy's
on
a
the
local guy. Bieniemy's a LA County guy.
I think they messed up. I think they waited too long to fire Clay Helton because there was all that buzz last year about
Right.
Urban Meyer possibly being the USC coach, and then he obviously transitioned to the NFL. But
right.
they could have Urban now,
Yeah.
and they would have been just fine.
And speaking of Urban Meyer, moving on to our last topic on Bump It or Dump It.
Ooh,
Urban
smooth
Meyer,
out
locker
there.
in the locker room drama. What's going on in Jacksonville, guys? Bump it or dump it. Do you think he's causing issues?
Well,
Renee?
I just think,
Oh, no,
I
it's
think
only
his
week
style
one.
it's his style, because he comes from college. And okay, you guys think about it, right? In college, the coach is the biggest headliner for the most part. In the pros, it's the players, right? So when you go from college being the guy calling all the shots to the pros, where there's guys that make more money than you or bigger stars than you, that's a hard adjustment. To Urban Meyer's point, what I said about him going to SC, they talked to him about going to SC. He said no. I think he's going to make the adjustment in Jacksonville, because ultimately, when you look at coaches, when you look at the end of the day on the pantheon, it's NFL coaches who are the greatest coaches that everybody talks about. I understand what Nick Saban's doing, but he was in the NFL before. In college, he's great, but if you want to secure your legacy as one of the greatest coaches ever, you have to do it at the highest level.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Fair
Nick
enough.
Saban couldn't hack it, so he went back.
Mhm.
There's what? Sorry, distracted. That's all I got to say.
I thought you had a home invasion robbery or something.
Yeah, you looked like you were getting robbed or something. So, with that being said, everybody, this is 72, episode 72. Crew, anyone want to say goodbye? Just peace out. We're gonna end it with this. We're gonna go see football games, and we're out.
Yeah.
There
So
ain't
what's
no
up,
final
Renee?
word.
Enjoy.
Where we at,
The
Renee?
Rams.
I see you.
Let's
I
go,
see you.
Where
Rams.
we at, Renee? Let's
About
go
to start
somewhere,
right now in
dog.
30 minutes.
Yep.
You
Let's
just
go
woke
somewhere,
up.
dog.
Thank you,
Give my
Jamal.
100.
Nick,
Give my
if you
100.
can
You
just
better
cut
have
it
it for
off.
me tomorrow.
All right, let me kill it.
Hi, guys.
Give me my
Peace out.
100.
Hey, have you guys seen Clickbait?
Yes.
You
pretty
said
good.
what? Said
We're
quick
still
base.
YouTube live somehow.
Clickbait?
No, we're
We're
still
still on
live
YouTube
on.
Live.
We're still live on YouTube.